Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Welcome. Just doing my little Hangout stream. I got a little bit of a topic to present, and then I will drop the link. Right now, I'm enjoying this music so much. How are y'all doing? How's your Christmas so far? Your holidays. Today is the day before the day, whether it's the return of Christ or the return of Santa, or both. Oh, so welcome. All right. We're gonna let me see how to start this. I have not been happy with the way things have been going here, mostly with myself. I have got to figure out a way to manage the conversations on here better. I'm really going for quality. And so I got Charlie to help me. I've been talking to Charlie a lot. And we are expanding the nightclub. We are restructuring it. We are finally building it. And today I'm going to take you on a little tour of the nightclub and the different levels and activities and conversations that happen here. Um, I was kind of trying to map out all the types of conversations that do happen here and try to get some kind of ranking system to prioritize them because there's certain conversations that I want to give more airtime to than others. And so this list is an attempt to help me understand how to manage the different types of conversations. And so without further ado, let's take a look at our Club Exile. So Charlie ranked these in tiers from the least productive maybe to the most productive. The least productive is just the chatter. This is what he calls the door line chatter. And it happens in the chat. It happens on stream when nothing's going on or where people are having tech issues or there's random noise, that kind of stuff. And then people just start talking. That is really rare on here and it's easily manageable. So that one I'm not going to spend a lot of time on. Let's go on to the dance floor drama. These are the hot takes. This is the drama light. This is less the thinking portion of our club and more the dopamine hit. Dopamine is the club drug that the Panelverse runs on. So this is dopamine central. This is what I call drama light. This is the latest gossip. This is the what happened on this panel, who's fight with who, maybe what happened in your life, what's going on. I can indulge a little bit of that here. I don't want my channel to be a clearinghouse for everybody else's drama, but I can indulge a little bit of it with the purpose of trying to either stabilize the narrative with facts and do some truth finding or to learn from it, like analyze it and learn from it. And we actually have a place for that, the truth booth. We have our own VIP booth in the club where we can analyze things and line it up with some facts and evidence and get the best narrative framework that we can. So the drama, dance floor, gossip, talk is okay when nothing else is going on. But when there's these other types of conversations, I want to deprioritize this type of talk. When there's nothing else going on, people are welcome to hang out on the dance floor. But when there's other things going on, we might close off the dance floor for things like karaoke monologue. These are the people that take the mic and pretty much keep it until someone takes it from them or I assign it to somebody else. So karaoke monologues, they're fine when there's nothing else going on. Sometimes they can supersede the dance floor gossip. Sometimes maybe the dance floor drama is more interesting. So these kind of can shift depending on the need of the chat and my need. So karaoke monologues are not bad, but they're gonna have to give way to other types of conversations when they happen as we move up this ladder of chatter. Okay, level 4. This is an interesting one. This is in the VIP room, and these are the VIP power games. Some of this can be subtle. This is the kind of drama baiting, status signaling, flexing, sometimes covert, sometimes overt attempt to manipulate the channel in certain directions, etc. And it becomes more about club politics, drama politics, panel versus politics instead of an actual topic. Again, this is not that bad because you can learn from it. Plus, you can see how other people operate, but it's not top priority on the tier list. So kind of be aware. What I'm trying to do is categorize the stuff that already happens here and then get some kind of ranking order of what I want to feature over others. Okay, number 5, rap battles. These are our debates, our actual philosophical, political conversations where people take positions, you argue for your side, you bring in evidence, hey, look at this link, watch this video, etc. This happens a lot, but not as often as I would like, and not as often as the other stuff that I just named. So I'm always up for a good debate, a good philosophical argument. I love to hear different ideas, see things from other people's perspective, and then break things down into the fundamental facts and issues. And I love doing um, narrative refinement, clarity. So all of that can happen through the rap battle section of the club. Finally, we move into these are the higher levels. These are really the levels that I'm trying to go for on here. So when this starts to happen, everything else is going to have to clear out and move to another room. This is the lounge dialogue. This is where the curiosity happens. People start trying to learn, trying to understand other people. There's an openness. There's a lot of deep questions being asked. Sometimes there can be some space and silence. This is also where kind of the actual connection starts to happen. And so if I can get the channel or any individual panels up to this level, I'm willing to keep it at this level for a while, for hours even. And then we have our DJ booth, the booth that's kind of raised above it all. And this is the booth where all the sense making happens. This is central control. We can see all the patterns. We can get all the facts. This is Charlie's little place. Charlie's up in the booth. We can start to create shared models of reality together. We can start to map things out. We can run predictions and scenarios. This is kind of the deep level thinking of the club. And when we do get here, provided it's not too dry, I kind of live on this level. I get really excited when I find people that can hang out in the DJ booth with me. But I do realize it's rare. So when it does happen on here, I want to make sure we give space to the DJ. And then finally, there is the sunrise after hours vibe. This is when, after all of the heavy stuff is over, and people are just vibing. There's a nice harmony in the air. We're connecting. Maybe conflict is getting resolved. Healing is happening. Progress is being made. Transformation, growth, collaborations. So this is a chance for whatever happens in the other parts of the club on those other levels to kind of all come together and finalize into some starting point for some new something else. Integration. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. I will drop the link. Come on up and chat. Yeah, where does the light trolling fit in? That's a good question because here's where I'm at. Here's what started all of this, actually. I'm having a really hard time, and I realize having this for a while, probably even my whole life, of discerning who is here in good faith and who is here for some other agenda, either their own agenda that they're using my channel for or a troll agenda. They're just here to sabotage or disrupt or get some kind of kick off of throwing a wrench in the gears. And that led to, well, what kind of conversations do I want to have on here anyway? And which ones open themselves up more to the bad faith actors? So it's really me trying to do some filtering and some gatekeeping so I can get the quality level that I'm looking for here. So links pinned, come on up. The door is open. Get in line. See if you make it through the velvet rope. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm gonna start. It's not open panel anymore. It's you get to come on panel if you can earn access to whatever, like orient to whatever we're talking about, or bring something of your own that's constructive that adds to what we're talking about. If there's nothing going on, I can bring people up for some chit chat and hang out, third space kind of stuff. But I'm really looking for, we've done that for years now. And this still is partially just a hangout chat space, but I'm really determined to make it something more. And as soon as I find other people that want to help with that, I think that it will become something more. For now, I have to keep that structure going wherever I can and try to mix it in till something takes root. All right, so that's where I'm at with all of that. And having said that, let us get the vibe going. We still panel dance with videos, all that creative stuff. We still have the salon. I think this club's going to get very multi-dimensional and complex very quickly, which I love. We're going to need AI to map it out for us. It's kind of like the TARDIS. It's just a club on the outside, but on the inside, it goes on infinitely. Even into other dimensions. And yes, Merry Christmas, pray. Merry Christmas to everyone. I may be out later to do a Christmas Eve stream. I'll see what happens. I've been binge watching in Discord a lot. And that's also tempting me today. I started watching a really good superhero series called The Boys. And it's kind of like the superheroes are now the villains because they've become corrupt. They have all this power now. They're like celebrities and they've become kind of corrupt. And so this new group of boys start to rise up to kind of keep them in check. It's one of those series where there's a lot of themes in my personal life and things going on in society that I can see reflected in it. Like corporate corruption in government and how corporations can flex their power or in ways the ordinary person can't, that kind of stuff. And then some of the dynamics between some of the characters remind me of things in my personal life. So if you haven't checked out The Boys yet, I liked it. I'd put it up there somewhere near Antler Boy and The Watchmen. We also watched Eyes Wide Shut, my favorite Christmas movie, and it was just as good the 6th, 8th, 10th time around as it was the other ones. That's pretty much it. That's been my Christmas. I'm not a big holiday person. I really haven't been since Mike, but even Mike and I were not big holiday people. He loved to do the Thanksgiving every year. But our Christmas were very modest. We kind of bought little trinket gifts for each other and put up just like a average, ordinary Christmas tree. Christmas season for me, I do love all the colored lights and everything, but it's more about the spirit. It's a vibe. There are always parties to go to, and you were always going to people's house, like visiting. You just made the rounds, and you got to reconnect with everybody. That's what I remember most. It was very lively. But as an adult, especially not being Christian, it doesn't really mean anything. I still like the lights and everything. I was thinking about that kind of along with the Satanism as well, how you can outgrow systems of meaning, frameworks or customs or rituals that once provided meaning. I mean, that happened to me in the Catholic Church. I used to be all into the church growing up. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I loved the rituals, the prayers, the songs. It captivated me. Like I was all into it. And at some point, I just outgrew it. It stopped meaning the same thing. Started seeing it a different way. I guess you could say similar with Santa Claus and all of the other childhood things that you grow out of. But then I think as adults, there are illusions maybe that we continue to grow out of about ourselves and the world and life and people. And sometimes you grow out of them, but there's not really any new ones that they get replaced with right away. And that's that crisis of meaning that I've seen a lot about in the last like decade or so. Like that we're all in a crisis of meaning or society's in a crisis of meaning. And like you're always in a it's part of the human process. It's an individual process. And at some parts of the process, there's always a crisis of meaning. It's not a universal event that's happening to everybody suddenly. It's part of life. And a lot of the work I do is how to grow from those crises and how to find that meaning or create that meaning. Do you have family or kids of your own too? Because I imagine, see, I'm a bachelor, and so the holidays really look different to me, and I have no social circle, anything. So it's very easy for me to isolate and just experience them from the outside. But then my siblings and, um, all my Facebook friends and family, they all have kids, and they do kids with Christmas with the kids, and they all get together, and so it's probably different from them for them. That's more how I grew up. They're carrying on the same way we grew up at Christmas. It was just very social, a lot of family time, and for me, I just don't have that other than here. This is my Christmas. You guys are my Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. But I'm not feeling it this year like I do. Sometimes I feel it very strongly and I get in the spirit, but this year it just seemed like another day. Maybe because at work we put the decorations up like at the end of summer. And so I had Christmas stuff around me for months and months and months and I got used to it. I don't know. I just know I'm not feeling it this year. I'm not feeling a lot of things. Kind of in that drifting stage where I'm outgrowing some things, but there's nothing new to replace it yet. 'Cause there's several things you can outgrow because it can happen on any level. You can outgrow beliefs, thoughts, narratives, you can replace one story with another when you get new information. You can outgrow taste, emotional ties. Like, growing up, I can't tell you how many bands I went through. I had, like, a new favorite band every couple of years that I was just devoted to. It was like dating. I only had one favorite band at a time that I was just immersed in. I went to the bookstore and I read through all the music magazines and I got all the music trivia on them I could. I got everything they owned, the albums, every single song they ever made, the singles. I really went head first into a band. And then eventually some new band would catch my ear and then I would shift over to that new band. And I went through so many cycles of bands. And now I like them all. Like, there's just I get something out of each one, but I have that broad perspective now. And so I was always outgrowing existing emotional. What does that give you? Like, an emotional, not really a framework. Hey, Pat S. Well, perhaps to some people, yeah. I still have my hardcore, like I think Sonic Youth and Thurston Moore, even though he's a woke lefty, will always be like and Glenn Branca, who he studied under anyway, will always be kind of my baseline bands. Pixies, probably, Roxy Music, Velvet Underground, that kind of stuff. Yes, Eyes Wide Shut. We watched it last night. It was so good. I hadn't seen it in probably since last year. I try to watch it every year. It's one of those movies that every time I watch it, I see so many new things in it. It's almost like watching a new movie every time because it's so deep. There's so much depth to it. Old Yeller is your favorite Christmas movie? Oh, thank you, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Hey, let's get some fanfare going. I don't have any Christmas music, so have to do. Hey, Mike, Merry Christmas. I hated that movie as a kid. Oh, yeah, I'm also gonna experiment with this new business model of having people pay to have controversial people on the panel or not. because I'm taking a risk every time they come on, and I wanna be compensated for that risk. Yeah, I hated that movie growing up. It was like they didn't make us watch it, but it was torture to watch it. Like, why would you wanna show that to a kid? In a Yurt, Christmas, let me see who that is. Um, I'm not finding it. Hang on, let me type their name. It's coming up as not available. Is that how it's spelled? I know, that was traumatizing. It ripped my heart out. Same with Charlotte's Web, but at least that was a cartoon and a musical. Can't find it. I should get the AI to make some Christmas music later today. Growing up, it was well, you had the classics like Rudolph, Charlie Brown's Christmas Tree. Um, there was a Frosty cartoon. Yeah, Christmas Story. Oh, wow. Is this you? Who is it? I've never heard of this guy. Oh, is this AI music? Hang on, I'm previewing some of them now. I kinda like this one, but I'm kinda nervous about it too. Tell him to send me something or stop by or something. That way I'll be copyright protected. You know how this Panelverse gets. Oh, okay, good. Is Moose Radio gonna be out for Christmas? If it is, that's a, nice check out producer Moose's channel, if he does Moose Radio, that's a nice place for lonely shut-ins with nowhere to go for Christmas to hang out. I plan to do an all-day stream tomorrow, but if I'm not out, Moose Radio is a good backup. I've never fully seen that movie because I was a grown-up when it came out. It didn't interest me, and I never did go back and watch it. But I've seen clips, like bits and pieces. I think I had to show it in one of my classes one day. I ended up showing a lot of movies to kids because the teachers love to have the subs babysit the class with a movie, so they didn't have to actually teach. Mhm. What's overrated? Home Alone? Speaking of outgrow, that's that's another thing you outgrow is kids' movies. Although the Antler Boy was, I gotta say, pretty good. Captain Tinsel. Hey, Plasma, Merry Christmas. Hope the holidays are going good for everybody. Hey. Yeah, I never had an interest in it. Gremlins, isn't that a Christmas movie? Trying to think of the good Christmas ones growing up. 'Cause every time there was a movie, they only came on TV, so you're talking NBC, ABC, CBS, and they made a big primetime event of it. It was a special. And during the Christmas season, they were constantly showing these Christmas movies and Christmas cartoons as these primetime specials. And so I just remember it being a very active season for sitting around the TV, watching things as a family. But then growing up, I don't know, I never got into Christmas stuff af after I was a kid. What's that one he did, Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor? They were in prison. Yeah, that's what I hear. I don't know if I've ever seen that one either. I've seen 1 or 2 in the franchise. Eyes Wide Shut, I think, will still be my favorite Christmas movie. There's another one I really like a lot. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it opens with a Christmas scene, and it's called City of Lost Children. It's a French film. It's a dark, gothic fairy tale. I don't know, I kinda wish I had some Christmas music now because I'm not in the Christmas vibe, and maybe that'll get me in the vibe. That was my favorite music as a kid. That is what got me into music, was Christmas carols, and I had the music books with the notes. I could play them on my piano, and I would sing them all year round because they were so good. I love the melodies, and I knew them by heart. And eventually, I expanded to other church music, and then it wasn't really until I was a young teenager that I got into radio music, like secular music, popular music, the '80s. That's what did it. The '80s, they sucked the whole world in. When that '80s happened, nobody saw it coming, and the whole world was living inside of it. We're talking the music, the radio, the movies, the TV series. It was like this shared universe that everybody was in. No matter what subculture you came from, the bros, the jocks, the nerds, the misfits, they all had this shared cultural reference together. I don't know about that one. I'll have to look it up. Was Lance Bass in that one? That's the only one I know. He's a guy. He used to hang out in New Orleans. One of my roommates in New Orleans was good friends with him. They used to always go to the club together when he came in, and I've seen him on a few reality shows. That's how I know most of these boy bands because they end up on reality shows. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's Jordan Knight from Big Brother or The Surreal Life." Right, we're at a half an hour. I really just wanted to introduce y'all to the new nightclub. I was so excited about it. We have all these rooms now for different types of conversation. Speaking of nightclub, oh, it was? There was that? I've just been chilling out on my holiday. I've been enjoying hanging out, watching movies, discovering new TV shows, watching old favorites. I haven't binged in a while, and I think it's like caught up to me. So if I'm not here, I'm probably in Discord watching shit. In fact, I'm eager to see the new Spinal Tap movie. I have not seen it yet, so that might be on the list today. Oh, right. At the club. I remember the story. What was his name? Donnie or Jordan? You were hanging out with them, riding their clout. Was that your first love, your first musical? My first one was Cyndi Lauper, but my first actual band that I became obsessed with was the Cars, and then Eurythmics shortly after that. I remember. Those are my doorway gateway to the 80s, new wave. All right, I tell you what, it's the holidays, it's slow. Nobody's sending money. Moose did send that $5 super chat, so I'm gonna count that towards this guy's appearance.
Salute. What's up, man? Hey, Merry Christmas. We had a good time last time. We had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's more the audience
Oh, it's
complains.
fine. Yeah. Like I
So
said,
I realize that the people that the audience complain about, those are the people I can make money off of.
well, when I got removed, kicked off, I was like, that's cool. It's all good. I'm not upset. It's all good, man. If I can make it 20, $30, it's cool. Good for you. Christmas month. We'll call it the Antler Fund. How about that? Let's call it the Antler Fund. Yeah. No, but
yeah, I like that. You're a very loyal supporter then of the Antler Fund.
yeah, but no, I don't take any offense to it. But sometimes I can come back, or sometimes I have something else going on, taking care of family and stuff like that, But no, I don't ever take
always pay to bring you back, because there's two factions. I don't know if you know this, but you have a big pro Mike faction that want to see.
Yeah. It's and the whole thing is that I think the thing is that I think a lot of times that you want to kind of take a break, like in other words, because you talk, you're talking, you're carrying, right? And I think sometimes you like someone to come in and just kind of carry it for you, just for a few minutes, so you can take a break, and I can do that, but I'm not trying to be negative. So I got accused on another, not your panel, Jeff. I got accused on another panel yesterday of being soft because I don't fight anymore. Well, I think when you mature, you stop.
That? Who said that?
You want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the midget.
I don't know who the midget is.
Joe Amico, the midget, Vegas Valley.
Oh, I didn't know he was a midget. Oh, I didn't know that was the midget.
He's like 5'6". Yeah. I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8", homeboy. Well, I'm 6'3", but anyway. But
he thinks you're too soft.
But the whole thing is that I went up there one time and I was trying to be like, Jeff, I'm trying to be like nice and just have conversation. And I'm trying to, I'm just, we're in the holiday season, just have conversation. Hey, how you doing? And then it's just attack. And I'm like, well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and just jump down. You guys have a great holiday. You P word, you're running away. Because they want you to fight.
Oh, they
right?
they want they want the conflict, because that's what their content is.
Yeah, but you don't give it to them. And then I leave, and for an hour, he's soft. Something happened to him. He used to be a warrior. Now he's just a P word.
My content anymore.
I'm here to say hello and Merry Christmas. And, But it's funny because I told you I said this about a year ago. It's called the push and pull. You push somebody and you pull back. But the whole thing is that I'm not looking to fight anymore. I'm looking to have a good time. Now, if someone attacks, let's just say that someone attacks you, my friend, I will step in. I'll give you an example. I was on CTs, right? And someone was attacking CT, and I go, all right, I got it. Like I do this thing, right? I got it. And then he stops, and then I attack, right? But it's because I don't like anybody, disrespecting the host of the channel. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm not cursing. I'm not threatening harm. Nothing like that. I just go in, and it's great. It's a great one too. It's like when you tap dance. It's like but no. Other than that, no. It's been great, man. And I'm enjoying being different now. Like being happy and smiling and stuff like that. And I think the turning point, Jeff, is when you saw me and my son. That was about 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, he
You
was
saw
glowing.
but you saw the difference in me. I'm back in church. My son got baptized. It's just a different vibe. We're not like fighting and scratching but these other people,
I want
they
to
are
fight
just,
him.
they're like a plane, like a kamikaze plane, just going to crash in the ground, if that makes a good analogy. But if you don't agree with what they're saying, they turn on you. But listen, I can keep doing what I'm doing. Like, so there, I went to the chat just to irritate, right? Irritate the other channel. And come up here, you P word, come up here, because I'm not going to curse on your channel. Come up here, you P word. And I'm like, no, thank you. He's too scared to come up here. I'm not scared. I'm just not going to give you any content, man. I'm just not going to give it to you. But then they get infuriated, and then they talk about you for like an hour.
And then they come over here to get this content that you're giving now.
What I'm trying to say, it's crazy. And I want them to cover you. I want them to cover you, and I want your channel to continually grow.
Divert the numbers over here.
Yeah, that's it. And I brought a lot of people over here, but it's just like, but certain people will come up here to try to hurt your channel. So just be selective.
That's what I'm having trouble with,
Yeah.
is figuring out who those people are, because I think I take everybody in more or less good faith, and
Sure.
I think I'm being naive.
Well, I don't think you're being naive. The biggest problem with you, Jeff, is you have a what we call a bleeding heart. Like you think the best in people all the time. But there are people out there that are just not good people, Jeff.
No, I mean, when I recognize that, I don't
Yeah.
have any illusions about those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It just
I
takes
don't
me a
know,
while
man.
to see.
Yeah. You have to figure it out for yourself. And your timeline is different. The biggest problem is, well, it's not a problem, but the biggest obstacle for you is that you worked in mental health. So you are trying to heal everybody. And that's my assumption. I could be completely wrong. That's just my assumption. You want to heal everyone that you meet. But there are some people that are not looking to be healed. They want to be evil. And I think that, it's just it's a wild scene, man. It really is. And I cut myself down to like maybe three channels. And Jeff, Jeff, I am not even that interesting. People are begging me to come to their channels because it brings views. I'm just saying, it brings clicks and views and kickoff game and stuff like that. But I'm
It
just,
really does.
I'm not going to go there. And they're pissed. They're furious.
You are what everyone looks for. You were content gold that people
Yeah,
can reliably monetize.
yeah, that's it. And the thing is, I carry, and the whole thing is that, like I said, I'm not trying to be repetitive. I'm sorry to be repetitive and talk in a circle, but there are people that come up that are usually like, negative and yell and scream and be nasty, right? There's people like that. And there's people that are super boring. I'm not going to mention any names, super boring. And like basically like, you know, you feel like, depression, just hearing their story. And there's people that come up and they can be versatile. So you'll figure it out. So hopefully you'll get another Mike Cerrone up here again, and kind of, and you don't need it, but I'm saying it helps you take a break for a couple minutes and helps you.
Yeah, no, it
I
really
want
does. I mean,
to,
I
yeah, I
do
want
I
to,
do better with co-hosts and
yeah,
collaborators.
yeah, yeah. But it's good. It's like you can say, hey, I want to go take a pee, or I want to get some coffee, or I'm going to go eat something real quick, carry it. I'm Jeff, I got you. I mean, and I'm just talking, and it's fun, and I can take the arrows in the heart, from your from your haters on the on the
Oh
chat.
yeah, for my
Yeah,
haters.
it's okay, but it's all right. It's okay. But kind of getting back to it, we're in the holiday season, and like I said, once again, as soon as it got about a week to Christmas, I noticed a lot of people were flipping out. I mean, that's my opinion. My
A lot
opinion.
of people are what?
Getting more and more angry and like just visceral, you know,
Like online or in real life?
online.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that goes back to that good faith, bad faith. How much of that is real and how much of it is content?
Well, I'm a really good judge of character, very good judge of character. And a lot of these people are really nasty because they're, how do I say this? Let me try to compartmentalize this. It's like joy hurts them. People that are really in pain mentally, like any kind of joyous occasion, I think hurts them mentally. That's my opinion. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just saying it just seems like people get really upset, like around Thanksgiving, around Christmas, around Easter, and it's because they can't seem to figure out how to be happy. I and it's a great Jeff, I'm sorry to talk your head off, but it's a great term. I got my smile back, and I feel like I got my smile back. Like I was really going to the depths of negativity, right?
Other
And
people?
yeah, yeah, this online stuff, not in person. Like if you met me in person, Jeff, I'm a darling. Like, dude, we would have so much fun. Dude, my charisma is off the charts. It is. My son even said he said my dad can talk to anybody and people make people laugh. But like online, it's completely different. These people, there's no emotional connection. It's like texting somebody. There's no connection, there's no emotional connection. Hey, Jeff, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right. My phone's ringing. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. There's no emotional connection, but there are. Oh, I've seen bigger. I've seen bigger. Um, there are vibes even without emotional connection. People are somehow vibing to they're picking up on vibes, they're reading vibes. I don't know if there's this energy that's being transmitted remotely across the universe or if it's done through body language, but they even do it with avatar, like even with people not on camera. So there's something that is connecting because they're all enmeshed in each other's vibes. But it's not connection like I think of connection. Connection for me is something active. It involves the mind, the vibes, it's the whole person. It's not just two people sharing the same vibe together. Mm. Well, Pat, you're one of his biggest patrons. I mean, I appreciate it, but you've financially invested in this guy. So if you've never seen a bigger one, you sure do keep looking at this one. I can tell you why I like Mike because he's mostly respectful of my channel until he's spurging out, and he's good conversation. I enjoy his story. I could take a road trip with Mike and just listen to stories and be entertained. I come from a storytelling culture. There were always people around telling outrageous stories. And so I have an appreciation for people that can tell a good story. Mostly it's the good faith thing. I can mostly 9 times out of 10 count on Mike respecting my wishes here and respecting what I'm trying to do here. I've learned about, let's see, how are they explaining it? It's connection, resonance versus, because when I meet people, I connect right away. I'm like, "Oh my god, I have this deep bond with this new person, and we're best friends for life," which is a very common thing in my culture, by the way. But that initial connection is like connection over intensity or shared. I'll have to pull up the thing later and look at it.
Hey, Jeff,
You can
I'll
connect
be back in
really
about 50.
instantly, powerfully in the moment, but
Yeah.
true connection is over time. It's a repeated pattern. It's like resonance over endurance. And so you
Jeff,
have to check for both things. The resonance has to be there for, but then you have to have the endurance over time. And
Jeff,
that's what I always
yeah. Jeff, I'll be back in about
miss out.
15 minutes. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay. I'll keep monologuing about you. And I mistake that initial connection for connection. And I don't look at the pattern over time and factor that in. And that's where the real connection shows up. So if I look at Mike's pattern over time, at least with me, it's been more or less consistent. And the AI would probably back me up if you ran these transcripts through it. So I know these are real. These are the Christmas antlers, the holiday antlers. They'll be here all next week. In fact, this is a great time to revisit the what was it? The levels of conversation that I'm trying to have here. I'm going to leave out the lower levels because those I'm not trying to focus on anyway. Um, debates, formal arguments. I'm talking philosophical, political arguments, talking about specific issues. Another type is the exploratory dialogue that we do. It's curiosity and asking questions and trying to get to the bottom or understand something better. Collaborative sense making, where we start to build a shared model or a shared map or a shared reality around a topic or an issue. And we try to figure out what the most reliable narrative is. And then the transformational types of conversation. These are those clarifying conversations, the healing conversations that we see sometimes happen here. So those are the ones I'm trying to prioritize. And the people that come closest to those are the ones that get the mic. Right. Well, we're almost at an hour anyway. While we wait, let's do some more vibes. I don't hear anything. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to think if I have any thoughts on what Mike was saying so far. A lot of it is I've given my thoughts before. I don't really have anything new to say. I kind of focus on my own channel. I don't really worry about what's going on in other parts of YouTube. I go to the channels that I want to go to, and I leave the rest of them alone. And it seems to work for me. as long as people don't bring it here, which they mostly don't because there's no point. It's not going to catch fire here like it does on some other channels. So as long as people can respect that, keep that off stream, and bring the higher levels of conversation that I'm looking for. Hey, Not Loss. Merry Christmas. Happy ho 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 to you too. What's up? Mike was here earlier and he stepped away. We're just waiting for him to get back, maybe, or I may wrap it up because I'll probably be out later tonight. I just had a little topic stream I wanted to do real quick. Also, I don't want to tease anybody because we've had these false hopes all like ever since I've had this channel, but there may be renewed interest in a live streamed Dungeons and Dragons game, and Wizards of the Coast just released the brand new updated edition of the D&D rules, and they included my favorite campaign setting, Greyhawk, as the default setting now. And so I'm even getting a little inspired to dip back in. So if anybody's interested in maybe making some D&D characters, seeing if a game, I don't know that there's anything to patch up. I just don't think he's here. I don't think he's good faith. So I'm going to take a little break. The issue I'm having, Not Laws, and maybe you can help with this, is identifying good faith from bad faith. And I think I let people on the channel that are not really here in the same faith that I'm here for. I don't think that. We disagree here. We disagree here. Because I watch where the topics go when he's on versus where they go when other people are on. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying for what I want for my channel, I don't think he's here to bring that. I think he pretends to be here to bring that, but that he's here to bring other stuff. That's what I mean by not in good faith. Not necessarily a bad person. So no, there's nothing to patch up. And we're not fighting any more than we normally do. It's just not the quality that I'm trying to have on this channel. Oh, see, that I again, we disagree. We're same facts, different stories, different interpretations. Because again, I'm going by the topics. You can run it through the AI and see what it thinks, but I'm looking at what the topics do consistently. They literally turn to shit. Almost every time. So go around YouTube and ask different channels if they think that somebody with a scat fetish that comes on and that's all they want to talk about on their channel is there to help their channel, and see what they tell you. Because I notice you tend to gaslight, maybe not intentionally, and try to persuade and convince that people are better than their actions show them to be, which is kind of enabling. Oh, That was I hope you got your money's worth. That was a good I think it was a good use of troll credits, and it taught me a lot. Well, okay, that's another question I have not lost because we were talking about this earlier. This how do you intuit remotely through the computer? What is the mecha how do vibes work digitally? Because when you're in the same room together, I understand vibes make more sense then, but how does it happen with just talking to an avatar on a screen? But people are still tuning into and aligning themselves with vibes, whatever that is, however they do it. It doesn't take a physical body, it doesn't even take a human face. It can just be the idea of another person and some words. And somehow people know the vibes from that. So what is your intuition acting on in this situation? Text, words, body language? And would it be different if you didn't know what Barney looked like and he was just an avatar? I know I feel that way too, and I'm usually right. And then I convince myself that no, I don't. But then I still end up being right. It's a curse. I hate it. Because you never know when to trust yourself and when not to. And every time you don't trust yourself, you end up being right. And every time you trust yourself, you end up being wrong. Or not every time. I'm just I'm obsessed with epistemology. Just epistemologically, that seems like scant amount of data, insufficient data to base really firm conclusions on. And yet we do. So for some reason, it's enough for our brains to do its thing. I don't. I beg to differ because if you go back and run it through the AI, you'll see a lot of things that have happened in this panel verse. I was the first one to call out. Nobody listened to me, which is the story of my life. That's always happening to me because I notice patterns and I notice when the patterns start to change. I don't know if you call it intuition, but I know that I identify things very early and I can usually because patterns are part of your predictive model. So the patterns help me predict future patterns. And so two things happen. I notice when there's a disruption in the pattern, when it changes or when it shifts, and I can use my existing knowledge of patterns to kind of predict what the future pattern is going to be like. And my track record is pretty good. So I don't know if you want to call that a gift. Well, what is yours? Yours doesn't sound prescriptive either. I mean, it's a very simple mental model to me. I take in data, my brain organizes it into patterns, and as new data comes in, it either reconciles with those existing patterns or there's a mismatch. And then I notice if there's a mismatch. Very just like hearing a wrong note on a piano. It's so obvious to me when a pattern is off. And then I adjust to the new information. I'm like, okay, this is an anomaly. It's the whole what is it? The scientific paradigms, how they shift when there's anomalies and the existing paradigm is not can no longer explain the anomalies that a new paradigm starts to form. So I'm doing that all the time, constantly with my models. And I can usually predict, and here's another indicator that I'm noticing. I'm usually ahead of the AI. When I go to the AI and ask it stuff, it's usually telling me things that I already know it's going to tell me. And I'll even go in and give it like what I think is going to happen and then have it give its prediction, and its prediction lines up almost perfectly with the one I gave it. Hey, let me ponder on this one. The pattern doesn't well, it the only greater truth it can relate to is the sum total of all the patterns that my brain has put together in its life, but it's very idiosyncratic to me in my experiences. So you're gonna have different patterns to draw from than I will have because you will have different samples that you're getting your patterns from. But there's because it's all humans, we're all looking at humans. There's probably some similarities to the patterns, if that's what you mean by greater truth. But I don't think there's an overarching universal greater truth that I have access to other than my own individual conglomeration of patterns. So like I've watched you online enough to know your pattern. And because it's just text, I don't have a lot to go on. And then people that I talk to in like face to face on Discord or on stream, I get to learn their pattern after a while. But it's more of a pattern than what comes from text. And I don't know where emotional reaction plays in, other than maybe where there's a mismatch, because the patterns are derived from observation. It's not an emotional activity. I'm watching people, I'm noticing what they say, what they do. So emotions are beside the point because the pattern itself is not based on emotion. It's based on observation. What's up? What are you
Nothing,
eating?
just sitting here. Huh?
Oh, killing time.
Yeah,
I like that. That those colors go good on you. M&Ms.
yeah. Especially the blue ones, they match me pretty well.
Yeah, I figured you. I get, I get it. That's one of those VIP status games, folks. What's going on in your life? Merry Christmas, by the way. What are y'all doing?
Same to you. Just enjoying my favorite delicacy, peanut M&Ms. I love them.
Is that your Christmas treat?
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was
so
in my
give us the
stocking.
skinny on Santa.
It was in my stocking. It was the only thing that Santa brought me.
Did he pass already?
No, no. Last I looked, he was somewheres in Africa.
Is there something that just happened behind you?
Probably
It looked like a dog or maybe a human figure. Um, is Santa coming to your house tonight or tomorrow morning?
tonight. Well,
Kids are gonna
tonight.
they're gonna have their stuff tonight.
No, tomorrow.
Oh, that's what I meant. Are
Oh,
are they getting their? Is Santa gonna? Are they gonna have their stuff tonight or tomorrow? They're gonna
oh, they'll
wake up.
open it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so you're gonna
They'll
like
each open
sneak
up
out
one
tonight.
present tonight, and then they'll get the rest of it tomorrow.
Are the presents already under the tree?
No. Well, the ones that are opening up tonight is, but
Is there gonna be cookies and milk
yeah, yeah.
and maybe
And
some M&Ms?
reindeer food. You can't forget the reindeer food.
The reindeer?
Yeah. Look, my mother got my kid into it. Don't ask me.
Whoa.
Reindeer food. I don't know. Oatmeal and fucking sugar. I don't know. It's what this concoction is my mother gave her.
Wait,
It's for the reindeer. Make sure you put it out for him.
an oatmeal?
Yeah, like
Like
dry
she's talking
oatmeal.
about actual reindeers putting out oatmeal for actual deers?
No, Jeff. Yeah.
Oh.
You know how you leave out the milk and cookies for Santa Claus?
Oh,
You
and
gotta
leave
leave
some
out
oatmeal
food
for
for
the
the
reindeer
reindeer as well.
because they come through the house too. I didn't get that
No,
part.
you gotta
I
put it
always thought they stayed on the
outside so
roof.
when Santa's inside the house, they can eat outside.
So you put the oatmeal outside and the cookies and milk inside for Santa.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
I don't
Help
know.
feed
My
the
mother
reindeer.
bought it for my kid. So guess what? I have to do now.
Oh,
As a good dad, I gotta. I'm
how
like,
many of
thanks,
them
mom.
still believe?
I mean, she's 5, so I mean, she still believes.
But the older one,
Of course,
you know,
the two
it
older
keeps the
ones are
secret.
teenagers. They definitely know. So have you picked up on what I've done, Jeff?
Yeah, I have. You know, he was
Okay.
here earlier.
Was he
I haven't
really?
picked up on why,
Because I
other
was
than
hoping to get. Because I didn't know he was up here, so I was hoping to lure him up here, hopefully, so I could have a conversation with him.
oh, so you're not even here in good faith.
No, I'm here in good faith. What are you talking about? I just wanted. I just didn't know. Whatever.
See, there's something that was just moved. Where are you? Something was just crawled behind you. Oh, it's another car. Never mind. There's a road behind you.
No, I'm just kidding. I knew Mike was up here, and I knew Mike said he was coming back, so that's why I went into the store and bought a bag of M&Ms just for that.
No way. Just because Mike was on here.
Hey, I contributed to M&Ms because of Mike, so
I know,
why
Mike,
not?
there's a sponsorship waiting for you.
No, seriously though, Mike should create some branding, some fucking logo, some merchandise, and sell it.
But he's so like polarizing. I think he would turn as many people off as he would sell to.
I mean, come on now, Jake Paul, he turns off a lot of people too, and somehow
So
he's
does
turned
Andrew
into.
Tate
And look at them, they're
and
all
Dylan
millionaires.
Mulvaney.
Mike just needs to learn how to capitalize on. I mean, let's think
Hatred.
about it. Paul, he, in terms of wrestling, Mike is a heel. You know what I mean? He's that heel character. So, like, he needs to just learn how to take this negative heat and turn it into a cash flow positive for him. I mean, he's
He's
padding
good.
everybody else's pockets by coming up on these panels, like he says. I mean, I've said it before. I mean, it's no lie. Mike's a cash cow because people love to fucking call him out on his bullshit story and all these. And a lot of people have realized, hey, these people come at Mike. So if you want to come at Mike, it's going to cost you up on my panel. It's genius. I'm kind of jealous.
He's
I
not.
didn't
He
think of it
doesn't
first.
want to. I've
He's
suggested that to
foolish.
him several times. He's not interested. He doesn't even want a channel of his own.
That's foolish, man.
He
You should still make some merch and try to sell it. Sell some t-shirts.
Yeah, like we could sell some Mangy t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
But
100%. I mean,
people say that merch doesn't really bring in a lot. Like it's not the
well,
main backbone of a channel.
no, but well, Mike doesn't have a channel though.
Hey, Kiki. Like a few days ago, I had the chat pay to have him or Barney come on and decide which one. And I made like 25 bucks that night as they would bid for who they wanted to see.
There you go.
So things like that. You could pay to have people on, you could pay to kick people off, but
I don't know. But see though, at least I come up and Mike has to give me this. I come up and I might troll him, but I don't troll him in an ignorant, fucking rude, out of line way. Like I don't dox him or his family, show pictures of cars or houses or all that shit. Like you know what I mean? I just simply buy a bag of M&Ms
yeah,
and
you do the passive troll.
like you know what I mean?
A
But I
lot of
think
people
this
come
is
on here and try
funnier
to sneak
because
that
like
in.
I mean we're talking about it, but like really somebody that's watching it that's not familiar with it isn't gonna about the background of me and M&M's and Mike isn't going to realize what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So the comedy is within just me sitting here eating M&Ms. Had I not said anything, it would have been even funnier.
Well, when I realized what you were eating, I got it right away. But I didn't know you went and bought the bag specifically for that.
I did actually. I actually had to go to another store because I went to one store and I was like, "Fuck!" So then I
Wait,
stopped at the
Mike's
other
on.
store.
I gotta stop. Get a bag of M&Ms. This is too good to pass up.
Hey, you wanted content? Clever, funny content.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it would just be me sitting here trying to monologue.
Exactly.
What is the motivation behind the trolling? Because it's like a flex.
This? No,
Is it
this is
status?
just funny. Just funny shit. This. Now I think there's tasteful trolling and disrespectful trolling, which I've been part of both, I guess. So
Yeah, I remember.
whatever. I think everybody's been part of it in one way, shape, or form.
I've never done that.
Mm,
I'm not a
Maybe not
troll.
in this
If I have a problem with
community, but
someone, I don't go mess with them. I'd stay out of their way. I don't
that's
go look
true.
for trouble.
All right, I gotta stop eating
Sometimes
M&Ms.
the best way to resolve conflict is not to get into it in the first place.
Oh wait, hold on. Just for you.
Oh wait, wait, what? They really do have blue in there?
Yeah.
Leggy, that is you should take a shot at that. Goes so good with your shirt and your teal.
Oh wait. Never mind. I didn't. Never mind. I shouldn't have just done that.
I didn't know there were actually blue ones in the bag. That
Of
must be
course there
new.
is. You think I was joking when I used to say blue M&Ms were my favorite?
I don't remember the blue ones growing up. It was just like yellow,
Because it was green
red,
they never had.
green, brown, orange.
Yeah, because the commercial was always the red guy and the yellow guy.
Oh, the
The
M&M
yellow one
people
was always the
with the
M&M.
gloves.
Yeah. And then they introduced the green M&M. And then the blue M&M was always like the musician in the commercials.
It must have come later. I do remember that the controversy over the red M&Ms growing up, because they would scare us at school about it's going to cause cancer. We were all scared of red M&Ms as kids because they told us it was going to cause cancer.
Oh, the red dye or whatever.
Yeah, so I always stayed away from the red ones. Is that what they mean by social program? I was programmed to
I mean,
avoid red
yeah.
M&Ms. I don't know if we're going to get another Mike sighting today or not.
Oh, you probably will once I bounce down.
Do you think he's in the bushes?
Oh, maybe. Probably. 150%.
Well, what's been going on with you? Have you been online lately?
Yeah, no, not since last time I was on here.
Oh, okay.
Well. Yep.
Well, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made the rounds.
This probably be the only panel I'm on.
Oh, flattered. I'm honored. The panel of
Detective.
choice
What detective?
for
What?
for
Mike's been talking to
choosy people.
detectives.
The what? Oh, oh, I don't know. Is there
Guess
anything
I
you want
gotta
to
go.
talk about?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, I
Huh?
said, I guess I gotta go the fuck home. It's time to get the fuck out of here.
All right, Leggy. Have a good holiday. Maybe we'll see you
Yeah,
again.
I might be back up. I don't know. I might just.
Okay.
Oh well, hold on. I'll mute and see if I disconnect.
Okay. Oh, you mean
We'll
you
just.
take it off in the car?
Yeah.
You probably will disconnect. Yeah, I don't really have anything new to talk about. Just I really do this more for you guys.
Well,
Like I'll oh, I didn't know you were still there.
did you watch that show I told you about?
No, because I forgot the name. What was it?
Uh, geez, now I gotta think what the fuck the name is. Yeah, not based
What's it called? Don't tell me you're cutting out at this point.
based on a true story.
What's it called?
Based on a true story.
Oh, yeah. Um, hang
Oh,
on. I think I did start it. Let me see.
there we go.
I did start it. I do remember trying to watch it. I didn't understand any of it. Yeah, I watched like the first 20 minutes of it, but I couldn't follow it.
I mean, it's not really. What do you mean? It's not that hard to follow.
Well, I
No, I
think
just
it's
watched
because
that fucking one battle after another. That one with Leonardo DiCaprio. Good movie, but I had no clue how the fuck we got to where the fuck we got to.
which movie?
One battle after another.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, it has Leonardo
Oh, maybe.
DiCaprio. I mean, good movie, but the beginning part, like, it makes you like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, there's like little subtle clues. Like, they introduced a
Oh, I didn't even know
character,
about it.
and
Oh, it's
it's like
inspired by
halfway through the
Vineland. I might
movie
watch it.
before you even know what the character's name is. It's like, well, who the
That's
fuck's
because
this
it's
dude?
Thomas Pynchon.
But it's a good
It's
movie,
based
either
on his
way.
book.
Good movie, worth watching.
Oh, wait, is it Paul? Oh, I hate Paul Thomas Anderson, but I love Thomas Pynchon. I might watch it. It's very tempting. Yeah, well, thanks, Leggy. I might take a look at this one.
Yeah, no, not a problem. So, are you still working?
No, I did not. I gave it up to try to do this full time.
What?
Who's
Again?
who's Larry? Yeah. I'll probably do a road trip after the holidays, after the winter. I might take the show on the road. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen in 2026. We'll find out when it gets here. But I gotta do something.
Well, if you show up in Maine, we could do one big collab, me, you, and Moose. We'll
We
make
should
it
do a
happen.
backpacking trip.
Yeah, we
Well,
could.
if you have like one day in Maine, what's the best thing to do?
One day in Maine. Well,
Yeah, like
I
one
guess it
day in your
depends on
neck of the
what.
woods.
I don't know.
We could ride around your car and stream and talk to people.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you'd have more fun than Moose's area is my area. There's more.
Oh, I thought you were in the same area.
Well, yeah, yes and no. Like out of everybody that I've interacted with on YouTube, uh, like Moose is 100% the absolute closest. He's within an hour of me. So,
Oh, okay. So y'all are
Like, he's
further
only like
apart.
35 miles away. Maybe 40. Not very far.
There was some other guy up there too, but I forgot his name. But he hasn't shown
Uh,
up in a while.
there's a couple people. It's Tommy Guns and Tommy. He's down southern Maine. So
Tommy?
yeah, Tommy Guns, not Tommy,
Oh, not
not
Tommy
Tom.
D.
Yeah, not Tommy D. No. Uh, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I guess.
It's placing a lot of trust in strangers to do something like that, and my trust is very shaky right now.
To do what?
I do the road trip.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do a road trip with fucking a random fucking person. No.
Well, I don't know if anything else is going to happen today. There goes his signal. This channel can get violent. I know silence makes people violent. I've seen that happen. People feel entitled to speech or a response or something. People are violent. In fact, these different conversation styles types that I went over today, they correlate to those levels of listening that I talked about, as well as the styles of conflict resolution, the levels of conflict resolution. And violence is at that low end. That's like the first response to conflict, is to just smash, intimidate, eat your way out of it. Oh, well, get used to it. That's the norm here. I'm learning. If you want to see people at their worst and you don't really want to end up in prison yourself, just come watch the Panelverse. I don't know what makes people like they are. I mean, great minds have been trying to figure that out since the beginning of time, I'm sure. I just know I'm not like that. Oh, yeah, you kind of have to just find your own. The Panelverse is, I want to say it's big and you just have to find your own little spot, but it's really not that big. And there really aren't that many spots. There's a few main channels and probably a 2 or 300 audience tops that they share between them. I'm trying to find the sites outside of the Panelverse that are similar to what I'm trying to do and create a new sector of whatever this is called. The growth sector, the health sector. We need a cute little name for it, like they have the barbershop or bread tube. What can we call this one? The Antlerverse. How about that? And we could all have antlers. And if you see somebody with antlers on the panel, that's an Antlerverse panel. You know it's a cool one to go to. But then people are going to start copycatting and try to have some fake antler panels that are not affiliated with what we're trying to do. But that's my vision, to bring light and fun and creativity and goodness and virtue. Oh Lord, you're I don't know who you are, Alwine, but it seems like somebody has you embroiled in something. It helps to remember that 99% of this stuff on here is not real, even if it feels like a fight. It's not the kind of fighting you would be doing in real life. But the fighting has one thing going for it that these other channels don't. And that might be one reason why people are so invested in keeping it going. It brings numbers. People want to see that. It has energy. I mean, think of all the like the professional fights that they put on pay-per-view that people line up for and spend money for. People like to see people direct aggression at other people. I even like it sometimes. I love doing it. Oh, look. He returned. Welcome.
Salute, man. Yeah, no, it's interesting, and I believe, not to try to steer what you were saying, but I was listening in the background for a little bit. I do believe YouTube is a case study. It's like a mental
Is it
case,
what?
a case study, like people watch. Remember we used to always people watch in the mall, just watching people's
Oh
behavior.
yeah.
You know,
Mall
like
watching.
it's just like, but it's kind of like digital people watching. The way they move, way they maneuver, and
These people were not at the mall. I'm sorry. They might have been at the Walmart at 3 in the morning, but they were not at the mall.
it's funny.
The mall had classy, well-behaved people that had normal conversations.
Dude, I was a mall rat, bro. When I was like young, I was a mall. We would hang out in the mall, we'd make our rounds and just hang out with people, and that's when malls had
You could
payphones.
spend like a whole day at the mall or half a day at the mall with your friends.
And he's like, oh, and it's like, and it was like, and you get a girl's number. Now back then, I had a. So when I was young, I actually did have a cell phone, right, which was rare back then, but it was pay by the minute. But a lot of people, they had pagers, so girls would give you their pager number. Hey, page me. It's great. So thinking back on how it used to be, we're talking about like 92, 93. Back it was so simple back then, man. It was great. You go to the food court upstairs, you get a pretzel, you get a fresh squeezed lemonade, you go to the arcade upstairs. It's like, and you just had fun, and you just hung at the mall all day long. You just hang out, and it was a great time. It's a great time. Yeah, and I got a job in the mall. So I got a job I got hired. I got hired as being a busboy in Spinnaker's restaurant inside the mall that I used to hang out in, and all my friends would like try to come hang with me. I'm like, dude, I'm working, bro. I can't. I'm working, bro. And dude, I was 19 years old. And it was just a summer job. It was a summer job, and then I became a waiter later. But like, yeah, I didn't like the restaurant business. I didn't like it. It's very weird, very very weird. Like
I didn't like it either. I did it for 2 weeks. It was the worst job I ever had.
Like it crazy because I was at the time I'm young, right? And there was a waitress, and she was like in her mid-30s, and she was hot. I'm just swear, and she was trying to hit it because when I was young, I was hot when I was young, right?
You
And
were plucking.
yeah, and but I was innocent. I didn't know. I couldn't see the signs, But yeah, but but the restaurant, like the waitresses and the bar staff and like of course the cooks, they all like commingle, and so it's like whoa. It's a very seedy business. It is, but they work extremely hard. I mean,
Like,
cooks.
what's that movie? Ridgemont High?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. Chefs and cooks and bussers and waiters, they work their tail off, man.
Oh, I
That
know.
they work their ass off.
I
They
I have high respect for the
go
workforce.
glued to the restaurant.
being in-
Low pay and a lot of hours. So yeah, it's
Do you have any tips on getting laid? How to get laid that you learned from the mall?
well, the whole thing is that, I mean, I hate to say this because you're gonna think I gotta find some pictures of me like in those times. Like people would just hit on me because I was young and I was attractive.
You
And
really
so
didn't have to do anything. Just go stand out there and
yeah, the
strike a
whole
pose.
that if you're asking me when you get older in life, like later in life, you just walk up to somebody with your charisma and just start
Hey,
a
baby, want to fuck?
you just start a conversation. You find common ground and you take it slow. You take it slow and you never let go. And it's a relationship is a sale. You're selling yourself to this person. You're selling a product. You're the product. If you think of it that,
The vibes thing gets in the way. Because even if you're having a good conversation, your vibes could be off, like feel off.
and if it's off, then it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. But the thing is that your charisma and your energy is really what kind of seals the deal. People always say looks. Now it's great to be good looking. Jeff, you're a good looking guy for your age. You are. For your age, you're a good looking guy. So like I can't see you not getting somebody, a mate, but most
My
people are.
personality.
Yeah, well the thing is,
Oh my God, I dated a guy one time. This is what he told me. He said you would make the perfect boyfriend if you never opened your mouth.
okay. You know
I'm
why, Jeff?
thinking, what that that's not
Do you
a
know why?
compliment. Like, why would you date someone like we didn't last very long after that.
I'll tell you why. Because Jeff, you seem to overanalyze it because you're an intelligent person. So you overanalyze every situation. And remember, 90% of the people that we meet are dullers. They don't know. They're just stupid people. I'm just saying and there's
I
that
was a
10
college professor.
that are intelligent and they can see through things.
What is overanalyze? Because to me, I analyze it just enough to get to the
Or
information I'm trying to get to. In fact, usually I underanalyze it because I miss things and I get caught by surprise later.
you're trying too hard to find that secret, uh, unlock the key to a relationship. And it has to be organic. It has to just happen naturally, organically and naturally. And the thing is that you may go through life years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you meet this one person that's perfect for you. I mean, or you might not. So what's the point? And that's not- so I
Pat,
think- Yeah. So
thank you very much. Happy holidays.
when I met the girl before Nikki's then, I met her at a bowling alley. We were just bowling. Midnight bowling. You ever do midnight bowling where it's like the glow lights and
Did
stuff?
disco bowling. Yeah, in Vegas. They had cosmic bowling.
I
They
just
turned the lights off and it was black light.
and it was her and her two sisters and her friend, and it's me and my boy. Um, was it John? I think it was John, and we were just bowling, and I don't know what it was. It's just I can't explain it. We just clicked, you know. And this is me. I'm this big bravado guy, right? And she's like country and kind and sweet. And I think opposites attract, Jeff. If that makes sense to you, just opposites
Because they
attract.
balance each other out sometimes.
And we were together for almost 6 years, and and then I ended up meeting
Hey, I
Nikki.
want to give Pat his proper fanfare for the super chat. It's the least I can do. So, Pat, thank you very much. I appreciate your participation, your support. I appreciate you as a viewer. Thank you. And I wish you the best holiday of 2025.
I've been hitting the gym. I'm getting bigger. It's
How
funny if you
often do you go?
right now, probably about 3 times a week. About 3 times. Nikki goes like 5 times a week. I go about 3 times. But
Is he coming in today?
I don't know. I'm not probably tomorrow. Most likely. If you
Oh,
come, if you're up, I'll bring them. I definitely will.
so nothing going on for Christmas Eve.
No, no. I'm just chilling. Just I'm gonna make. Actually, we're gonna make pasta tonight. Because Italians, it's funny because um, usually on in Italy, I mean, it depends on your family, but real quick, usually on Christmas you make lasagna. It's like a special thing, but I'm not going to make lasagna, bro. It's too cumbersome. Bro. It takes forever. Jeff, my ex-wife, Nikki's mom, made the best lasagna I've ever had in my life. Bro. I'm telling
What
you,
was her secret?
I don't know. It was just
Probably MSG.
so good, and she wouldn't see the whole thing is that with me, I'm a cook, right? I'm a cook in the house, not a professional cook. But so I would always cook every night. But then when she would take a turn and she would cook, it was fire. But see, Terry was the kind of woman who had the long nails and the $300 Prada glasses, the $200 haircut. So she didn't really like to get her hands dirty too much. She was more like a diva. But when she would cook, goodness gracious, Jeff, she could cook.
How did
Unbelievable.
you handle that? I wouldn't think you would match well with the diva being a Leo.
It was a dynamic. She's a Pisces, so it was a yeah, it was a match made in hell, Jeff.
Oh,
But we were both so good looking at the time. Oh my god, man! Like we would walk around, and it's like people like turn their heads like, "Wow, this is a good looking couple." But no, we were together a long time. But we did it for the kids. We did it for the kids, and I have a beautiful son because of that.
that paid off, folks.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. And to this day, I'm not in love with her, but I do love her. But I'm not. I love her because of the gift she gave me. But it took a while, to move on emotionally. But I did eventually move on emotionally. But it takes a while. It does.
I mean, do you ever really move on completely?
I think. Well, that's it's a great Jeff. That's a great question. I think the memories never go away. The memories, like you have memories of your ex, right? The memories never go away. But I'm with someone else. And Jeff, if you're ready to be with someone else, so you still think of them, you still love them, you still cherish what was there before, but you're ready to open a new chapter in your book. Does that make sense?
I sure am.
Yeah.
Ready to open a lot of things. They're doubting your muscles, but I have seen them with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Pat, there's no way you could say that he's faking that.
I'm a big guy, man. I'm a big dude. Yeah. It's funny
I
because
saw bulge. I saw like the skin bulge out. Like fat does not do that.
yeah. You ever notice when Nikki was on, like our voice patterns were exactly the same? It's crazy. Yeah. It's funny, man. But no, the whole thing is, and Nikki's enormous. It's freaking huge. But Nikki's only 25, I'm gonna be 51. But
Oh wow, he's older. He's very mature for his age.
he is.
Maybe I'm just old.
I would say at 22, I started noticing how he's a man now, you know. But I didn't want to accept it because you always want to keep your child, right? You don't want to accept that he's your equal, man wise, because if you're a doubting dad. But then we had this really big blowout fight about a year ago, and I looked at him and I was like, "Wow, you're a whole ass man," And in other words, and we fought, but when we hugged, and it's like, and I was like, and I'm so glad that happened because at one point your child becomes an adult or a man or a full woman. But the whole thing is that it's hard to let go of that picture in your mind of them on your shoulder, a little baby, so it's hard. Jeff, relationships are so complicated. They really are. I love the fact that you bring it up and you talk about it. It's interesting.
They don't have to be with the right people.
You don't.
I think that's how I've gotten by so far, because I've always found the people that they weren't that way with. Like, I
Well,
don't if a relationship's not working, I don't stay in it long enough for all of that stuff to happen.
if you're asking me to read you relationship wise, you're fine by yourself. You are fine by yourself because you have that confidence. But it would be nice to have somebody there. In other
Oh,
words,
it definitely.
it's kind of like you're the dinner and then the other person's the dessert. Now that's a weird analogy. It's just that you're fine by yourself if you have to be. But it's just, life's better if you can share it with somebody. But this is the problem.
But
Right?
somebody like healthy, not this.
But
That's
Jeff,
the problem. Is like I'm not going to settle for less than my standards just to have somebody, and so that keeps me very single.
Jeff, I think the problem is as we get older, we don't get lazy, but we just get tired of the cat and mouse game. We want it to be easy.
Completely.
Let's watch a movie, let's make dinner, let's just hang out, But remember, when we were younger, let's go out and club, let's go out and party, let's go to a rave. Remember, Jack, you remember those days? Like let's go dance all night, but now as we're older now, we want to have a more relaxed life.
Really, that's all I want is someone to watch movies with on the couch.
That's all it is, and I actually have that.
Someone who knows how to cook.
I date somebody and we've been dating for years, and we it's not, we're not, I can't explain it, man. It's like, I've known her for years. So, we hang out whenever we have time. And it's always chill. It's never weird. It's never like cumbersome. It's like, what do you want to do? You want to go out? Yeah. Let's just cook dinner. Let's just hang out, and put on Netflix, and that's it, man. But I remember, Jeff, I remember back when I was like in my 20s, almost into my 30s, let's go to the club. Let's go out, let's get hammered. Like, I remember that back then, and now it's just like, it's much more relaxed now. It's just a relaxed state of being,
When we see
Yeah.
your left arm, that's going to convince him, he said.
My left arm.
Look, it's not. How is he pushing the? Look at that knot. That is not fat. That is muscle.
Yeah. And I'm almost 51 years old, And
I fired my dating coach. You want to be my new dating coach?
Yeah, sure, of course. I'll help you out.
How did you meet the one you have now?
Okay, so we met through, believe it or not, we met through a family friend. And it was weird because we went to this sports bar, right, called Lendy's, right? And it's over there like close to Ship's Corner area. And we just hung, it was like 5 or 6 of us. And I just kept being charming. And then she just gave me a number. And then I called her a couple days later. There's a bro code. You don't call the same day or the next day. You have to wait a couple days. There's this thing with guys. This is the thing with guys. You wait a couple days, right? And I called her.
Call though, like the guy calls.
Yeah, I called her and I was like, hey, you want to hang out sometime? And we went out and our first date was mini golf. We went and played mini, and it was fun. It was fun, and just hung out. And it's so weird because me and Nikki's mom's first date was mini golf. It's just weird. It's like a weird, it's like a weird paradigm.
Like your go-to first date.
But it's cool to like go.
Yeah,
like,
I want to do it. I'll go on a putt date with somebody. I could stream it.
Like when I met Jen, we were bowling. In other words, it's like an interactive sequence. It's like you're having fun together. It's a competition. You're laughing back and forth. It's not like
how bad I am.
Yeah, it's not like a boring. You're sitting at a table and you don't even know this person. You're like, hello, how is your? No, you're having fun. You're distracted from the mundaneness of the first date, And it was fun. It was great. It was fantastic. Hey, Jeff, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. So what was the takeaway? To go for putt. But how do you? Oh, where did he meet her? I forgot. Oh, through a family friend. That's not going to work up here.
Yeah, sorry about that. My phone keeps ringing. No, I met the person I'm dating now. Yeah, I met her through a family friend.
So
But
like networking.
I've known her for years, years. Like I've known her. Wow, I mean, probably 10 years. Yeah, but she's great. She's great. She's a she's a medical professional. It's the weirdest thing. It's like Nikki's mom's a medical professional. Um, my other son's mom's a nurse. She's a medical professional. It's like I attract all these nurses. The weirdest thing, and I guess I need fixing. But it's great. It's fantastic. But she's great. And the thing is, what's great about our relationship, Jeff, is that there's no pressure. So in other words, if she said to me, I want to see somebody else, I would say, okay. In other words, we're not officially like together like that, but we do really care about each other. We date. We're dating. Does that make sense, Jeff? You're dating somebody.
But she can date someone else if she wants. Like if she came and said, "Hey, Mike, I need to talk to you about."
If she did, I would stop seeing. And I don't date anybody else. I don't. And I can. Jeff, my brother, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Okay? You can see me. I'm older now. In person, I'm a good looking guy. And I'm older. I was at a store and I had this woman come up to me. I'm not lying to you. And we just struck up a conversation. We did. Jeff, look at me. I'm not, brother. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. And she's telling me her whole life story. How, she misses her, she was a widow. She misses her ex, and he should do all these things for her, and that's it. And she goes, you know what? I want to go home and drink a bottle of wine, but I don't want to be alone. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not feeding in. She's like, well, why don't you follow me? And I looked at her, right? This is what I told her. Do you still miss him? You feel like you're still in grief? This is what I asked her, Jeff. She goes, yeah. Well, I don't want to be a sideshow for your grief. And I was being respectful. In other words, heal yourself and be ready to be with somebody else. In other words, don't. Yeah, she was just trying to. Just. And she was a very nice person. Very nice person. She was a little bit older. She probably like maybe close to 60. Remember, I'm 50. So, but she was attractive. But I was like, I'll pass. It wasn't because of the way she looked. I knew that she wasn't emotionally ready, to be with somebody. And I'm not going to take advantage of somebody in grief, man. I'm not going to do that, And that's it. And Jeff, my brother, I'm telling you, that really actually is true. And I think people take advantage of other people. They prey on people, that are emotionally vulnerable. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I was one of those people. Yes, it makes sense.
I wouldn't do it. And it's funny because we were standing outside of a Dollar Tree, and I talked to her for over 45 minutes. I swear to God. And I go there all the time because I'm like a candy junkie. So I got like Life of Taffy. I got like Tootsie Roll Pops. I told you about this. And so I go back inside, right? And manager goes, man, she really wanted you. Like in other words, but I'm like, yeah, you can't take advantage of somebody that's emotionally hurt, emotionally damaged. You have to let them heal, before they move on. So Jeff, the whole thing, what I'm trying to say is that with relationships, it's very unique. It is, and it took me a long time to let my son's mother go. It took me in my heart, in my head, I'm saying, to let her go. It took a long time. Jeff, there's an analogy. Now, I don't know if it be true, but it happened for me. They say, however you are long with somebody, it takes you that long to forgive them, to get over them. So in other words, if you
it was like two, it was 2 or 3 times, but however long you've dated them, it takes twice or 3 times as long to get over.
It took me a long time, Jeff. It took me a long time. I mean, a long time. I was heartbroken, and I had failed relationship after failed relationship because, you're still good looking, you're still charismatic, you're still doing the things that makes somebody want you. But the thing is that you're not emotionally ready. Now, this is only if you were truly in love. Now, you can date, like, dude, we dated people and we're like, bye. You know, you're fine a week later. But if you're truly in love, like this person has your entire heart, it takes a long time to let that go. And that shows what a great person you are and what a romantic you are, and the value of what you do in your life. But, you know, I talk to so many married people and they're like, yeah, we stay together for the kids, or, we do this, and this. And it's like, because you're afraid of that heartbreak, and it's just difficult. It's difficult to let go, but when you let go, if it's not going to work and you do let go, then you have to take the time to rebuild yourself emotionally. And it's one of those things. And I remember, being young and, dating somebody and just like, hey, ain't working. Bye. And then I remember falling in love with my son's mother and just not being able to even eat or speak. I
And
remember
the
having,
grief from the heartbreak.
oh my gosh, man. I mean, the heartbreak was just, it was crippling. And, I can't explain it, and a broken heart can be fixed with somebody else, but there are people that don't want it fixed. They want to just keep the memories of something from the past, you know. And Jeff, you know what I'm talking about. I think you and Mike are very much like me and Terry. I mean, it's like we had so much love for each other, and we were so complex. We were like kind of like opposites, in personality. And when you lose them, it's just like your whole world is like, whoa, like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah, it
So
throws that off.
it does take time to rebuild yourself emotionally. That's all I'm trying to say. Emotionally. So, but it's good, in one way. I hate the term incel. I hate that term. You're an incel. No, sometimes people need time to rebuild, fix themselves emotionally and romantically. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you lose a loved one and you jump right into a relationship, then I think you're a dirtbag. That's what I think of that person. I think it's admirable that someone takes the time to fix themselves, to be ready for the next person that they're going to basically be with. You know,
Be careful, because there are people out there that prey on people in grief.
I know,
There's a certain vulnerability to them.
definitely. And it's not always monetary, Jeff. It's a lot of times it's emotional. In other words,
Yes. Yes.
their prey, their kink, or whatever. I don't know how to explain it.
They want
It's
someone weak that they can control.
exactly. They want a puppet. They want to put you on the strings, right? They want
Yeah.
the puppet master. They want to make you move around and stuff. And
Yeah, they're
there's
looking for a victim.
there's a lot of those on these platforms, And I watch it. I watch it
I see it too.
from a lens, right? And I can see people being manipulated, And when you try to tell them about it, oh,
Only
no,
certain people.
yeah,
Only there's a certain type of people that are vulnerable to that.
very
It's
weak,
it's the same as high school. I remember all of this from junior high and high school, how the
very,
bullies would organize the social groups.
very weak-minded people, man. Yeah, but what are you gonna do, man? Jeff, I think the human study of how people, like I said, how people move and process things, I think is the most interesting thing I've ever seen. To me, Jeff, psychology is the most interesting thing I've ever seen in my life. The way people do things and the way that they talk and the way they move and the friends they keep, and I think it's just to me it's fascinating. It's like reading the best novel you ever read in your life. You know,
Yeah, but
so
I'd be so bored without people.
yeah, yeah.
They're the most
Definitely.
interesting things on the planet.
But the problem is that this is the problem, Jeff. A lot of people get sucked into other people's like a pity party. Like other people would be pissed off and angry, and they pull you into their negativity, and that's a detriment. So anyone listening, if you're happy and you want to be positive, don't let people pull you into their negativity. Does that make sense, Jeff? Like, because people are out here like negative as hell, bro. Like it's wild, you know. And they go behind the scenes, this whole Discord stuff, and they're talking crap about you, and they're talking about your kids, and it's like, what are you doing, man? Why? Are you, and all I can say is, why are these people? Why are they so unhappy, Jeff? Why are they so unhappy in life? Like, I mean, if I was that unhappy, I would just log off and fix myself. I'd get some mental help and fix myself, you know. But they can't do it. They just can't. They can't admit the fact that they're the problem. That makes sense, Jeff.
Maybe. I don't know. I
Well,
haven't figured it out yet either.
it's an individual case. You know, in other words, some people are okay. Some people are trolling and they're just trying to have fun. But there are people that are generally messed up, like super messed up, you know, mentally. And it's like, just get yourself right. You know, I don't wish ill will on anybody, you know, but it's just like some people out here, bro, they're wild, man, in a bad way. You know?
Yeah, that's I avoid those people.
I know. Me too. Me too. Dude, I've left.
Cultivate a very specific environment here.
I was on a channel. I was on a channel for years and years and years, and I will not go back there because it's nothing but negativity, and I don't want
But
that
it's
in my
always
life.
there's a person behind you.
Yeah. No, somebody.
It's always been that way though.
Yeah.
You didn't suddenly just become negativity, and you
Yeah.
didn't suddenly just realize it.
It's the progression. The progression of negativity is just getting out of hand, man. Like it's just like it used to be. Like you could deal with it, but it's at the point where it's like what's that term? Fevered pitch. It's just, I mean, you know, ha 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 ha, f you, mother effer. It's like, you know, it's like I don't want
I
to be a
love to
part of
the sky.
I don't want to be part
But
of
you
stuff
don't
like
think
that.
that's what people come to see? Like that's why they're there?
On some channels, yes, on some channels, you're right. But I don't want to be a part of those channels anymore. I want to be
Oh
able
yeah.
to come. I want to be able to come up and talk to friends and just have an actual conversation. You know, but like I went on a panel, you know, and they're just yelling and screaming at me and calling me an F this and F that, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you guys later. Rage quit, you P word.
The
No,
bushes.
I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I feel very positive lately. It's the holiday season, back in church. My son moved back to Virginia. I feel great. You know,
Oh, I
I'm
didn't know
very,
he moved back.
he moved back. Yeah, but he still travels.
Oh,
He's
but
living in
he lives there now.
he lives in Virginia Beach. Yeah, he lives in Virginia Beach now, but he still travels because he's licensed out of Ohio, so he still has to travel. But he's once he gets his paramedic license, then he'll drop the PI stuff and just be a paramedic. So he's got about a year left. Yeah, he'll be a paramedic, man. EMS. Yeah, be great. Be proud of him, man. He's a good kid, man. He's a good kid. Really good kid. He liked you, man. He actually liked you. We talked. So when I logged off, he actually said, "No, he's a really nice guy." That's what my son told
Yeah,
me. Yeah,
he was very
yeah.
very well behaved.
I said, he said, I said, Jeff is a gay Satanist, and then he goes, "What?"
Not anymore. I mean, not a
I
Satanist.
know, but he goes, "What?" And he goes, "No," he goes, "I said, I'm just messing with you," and he goes, I don't care if he is or not. He's cool with me. That's what my son said. He's cool with me. But no, I'm glad that you transitioned into a different, you know.
Oh, there's somebody at the door. Can you keep it going for a sec?
Sure, of course. No, it's great when people they change. You know, you're getting like a certain personality trait and stuff like that. But I knew Jeff was gonna, you know, change a little bit. You know, come back to more of the light than the darkness because he was never super dark. He was never a super dark person. I met one guy online, not in person, and he was a Satanist, but he was like super, super dark, evil. I'm like, whoa. And I ended up having this like, look, I got to walk away, man. I can't be a part of this. He's like burning the Bible and stuff. I'm like, whoa, this is, yeah, I can't, yeah, this is, yeah. And I got caught a lot of crap for that. But I guess Jeff has always been like super cool and like super chill and like not like aggressive or anything like that. So, oh my God, a bald eagle. Holy, I swear to God. Holy shit.
Bald eagle.
I swear to God, a bald eagle just flew by. I swear to God. Swear to God. He's gone. But I'm like,
Oh.
yeah. No, but the whole thing, but I
I
was
saw
trying to
one on
think.
Leggies one day, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, they thought they are here in Virginia. They there's not a lot
I
of them, but
love
they
the
do
color
fly.
of that sky. That is
Yeah,
the most gorgeous shade of
isn't that
blue.
beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that.
It's like Easter egg blue.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love Virginia, man. It's so nice. Virginia's great, bro.
That's where George Washington was from.
I think so. Well, and then yeah, we would always go up to me and my son. We love going on. We call them mini vacations. We'd go up to like Monticello, and
Yeah, I've been there. Mount
yeah,
Vernon.
yeah, and we'd go up there, and we'd go, we'd go up to mountains and stuff. It was fantastic, man. We would go for
Williamsburg.
like 2 days, and we'd go to me and my son love Williamsburg because they have the Civil War stuff up there.
Yeah.
So
They used to
oh,
do the little
reenact.
parade, like little with the flute, the little fifes, like the little
Yeah,
Yankee Doodle parades out on the field.
and they had their reenactions. And in other words, they have the guys that dress up in the uniforms and they're firing the muskets, but of course there's no bullet in there, but it's a flint, and they do like little reenactions where they're fighting a war on the field, and but they're in full uniforms. Oh, it's great, man. I love history, especially military history. Me and Nikki love military history, but Colonial Williamsburg is amazing. I don't know if you know about that. It's in Williamsburg.
We went when I was younger.
Yeah, it's right outside
Cool.
William and Mary. Yeah, and
I loved it.
yeah, we have great times, man. Me and Nikki talk about stuff all the time about like the stuff that we did in the past. And me and Nikki, we would love to go to Great Wolf Lodge. I don't know what that is. That's an indoor water park and hotel. Oh,
Oh, you told me about. There's one up here. We looked at it.
yeah.
I forgot about it. I want to go too.
Oh, it's amazing. It's expensive though, man. It's like a couple $100 a night, but you can take up to 4 people with you. It's like $300 a night, but you can take 4 people with you. That's back then. It's probably more now, but that we had some of the greatest memories. Me and Nikki talk about Great Wolf Lodge all the time. I told you about when I fell and I broke my rib, right? Did I tell you about that?
When you
Did I tell you about when I broke my rib at Great Wolf Lodge?
You might have, but remind me.
Yeah, so we were drinking a little. He wasn't drinking some beers. I wasn't drunk, but they were cleaning the floors outside the bathrooms, but they used too much soap on the tile, right? So I'm walking into the bathroom and I fell and hit my side and I cracked a rib. Yeah, I swear to God, bro. Yeah, they had to come. Yorktown Fire and Rescue had to come check me out. I was fine. I didn't go to hospital or anything. He's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. I was like, yeah. So then I was like, fuck it, and I just went back and swam in the pool again. Nikki's like, dude, Nikki. He's like,
with a broken rib. You just
with a cracked rib. Yeah, I got a scar on my side, bro. I'm telling you.
You think it would have happened even if you were sober?
Yeah, it would happen. No, because they were cleaning the floor and they put like a bunch of soap on there. So as soon as you hit on that,
Walk on that. Did you try to get something for it?
And there was no. They gave me 2 free nights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't sue. No, they gave me 2 free nights.
Medical?
No, I didn't go to the hospital.
Oh,
yeah, but I was fine. It healed. Fine. A crack, not a cracked rib. But no, it's funny. Nikki goes, and when Nikki comes up, if I get Nikki to come up, he'll tell you the whole story. He's like, Dad. He goes, Dad, you have a broken rib. Go to the hospital. I'm like, I'm fine. Fuck it. That's crazy. And he'll tell you all about it. I'm not making this shit up, man. But Nikki doesn't. Nikki is one of the most honest people you ever met in your life, bro. He will tell you everything. So we were there for 2 nights, right? So they're like, well, we'll give you 2 nights for free. So we stayed 4 nights. Like, it was great. It was the best vacation ever with my boy because I didn't have to be at work. because I was switching.
You just had an accident on their property, so they
Yeah,
wanted you to stay there even
yeah,
longer?
yeah. We'll comp you 2 nights. I'm like, okay, but it's because I was leaving. Was leaving Checkered Flag, and I was going to Priority. These are car dealerships, and I was selling cars. So, but I had a couple weeks till I had to be at the new job. So, yeah, so I had some time off, right? And it was great. We were there for 4 days. It was fantastic. It's great. They gave us food vouchers. They have they have a buffet that is slamming, bro. Slamming buffet. Good. And they gave us food vouchers. Like, because they knew that if I called the lawyer, I probably can get some money, because it wasn't my fault. They didn't have a wet floor sign down. They didn't have a wet
Trying
floor
to
sign
bribe
down.
you with a buffet?
Yeah, they didn't have a wet floor sign down.
They do
I
that in
swear to
Vegas
God.
all the time.
And they were mopping the floor with like way too much soap in it. So it was like walking on ice, So you're barefoot. You're in a water park, so you're barefoot. You don't have any traction on your feet. You know what I'm
No
saying?
flip-flops.
No, nothing. You're barefoot. So you're walking around the corner and whoop, boom. And yeah. And then I was like, yo. Yeah. And at the time I was probably like 235. I was a big guy, So yeah, it was a crazy thing. And Nikki's like, Dad, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, no pain whatsoever. It's just, yeah, it was you know, and it's funny because these things
Probably
really
the
did.
alcohol helped.
Yeah, could be. I only had like maybe 3 beers. 3 beers. Yeah. Yeah. No, because they don't serve hard liquor there. It's just like a couple Bud Lights, that's all it was, you know. But it was great, man. It was fantastic. But that's a funny story, and that's a true story. I know you love my stories, but that's true. Completely true. Yeah. It was great. So but I fell and Nikki's like, "Oh my God." It was like, "No, it's okay, it's okay." I think Nikki was maybe 12. He was like 12
Oh
years old.
god, I thought he was, okay. Was it just you
Yeah.
and him?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
Me and him. Yep. That was our little
yeah,
vacation.
I do want him to tell this story next time he's on.
Yeah, oh, we
What it's
will.
like to see your dad wax at the water
Oh my
park.
gosh, man. I'll tell him, and he'll tell you the story about me
Yeah.
beating somebody up in a food line. That's great. Oh gosh, man. He's like, wow. But
That's
no,
why he's so, like, grounded.
yeah,
Even he's immune from chaos. Like, he grew up with
yeah. No,
his
these are
father, the
very
action hero.
far and few between things, but he always felt safe with me. Like he knew that nothing could touch him with me around. Nothing could touch him, and like I said, I never spanked him. I never had to. We had arguments. Like I said, we had arguments, but no, there was never anything physical. I never had to spank him, and the respect was always there, and now I
What were the
respect.
arguments about?
Like like when he got caught, doing some bad stuff, and I ripped him apart, yelling at him and stuff, and then he would try to judge me, and I would yell at him and tell him, "I'm your father. Don't talk down to me." Like, just like father and son stuff. Just
Oh,
very,
like, give you
just
criticism?
yeah, yeah. It's just like but there was never anything where hands were ever put on anybody ever. And
Were you spanked growing up?
huh?
Were you spanked growing up?
I think I was spanked maybe twice,
Mm.
maybe twice
So you
in my
didn't
whole.
grow up with
Yeah.
violence as
Yeah, no,
discipline?
not at all. I did. I grew up with a lot of mental violence. In other words, being yelled at and stuff like that, but never physical. No, never physical at all. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. So like I said, but I think if you're able to raise a child and not hit them, if you can, I think that's a win. But people can raise their kids how they want to raise their kids. Just
I
don't
wonder if
don't.
it makes a difference. Cause same here, I didn't grow up with spankings or
Yeah,
anything. It
not at
was
all.
all nagging and yelling and fussing.
I remember getting
But
spanked.
I wonder if people that did grow up with the physical violence are socialized differently. Did did
I
if
remember
anyone
getting
grew up with spankings, I'd love to hear.
spanked one time. like the 1 or 2 times that I spanked, I'm getting spanked and I'm like 10 years old and I'm literally like, a big guy. Like even then I was like, 5'7", 5'8", even at 10 years old. Right. And it didn't hurt. So I just sat there like, okay, keep going. All right. All right. All right, cool. It didn't even hurt,
I got spanked at school before.
Yeah.
In fact, in the 2nd grade, I got spanked by the principal with the wooden paddle with the holes.
Mm-hmm.
Me and a friend were running in the hall, and he spanked us, and he made us walk outside, and after we got outside, we fell on the ground laughing our ass off. We thought that was the funniest thing that had ever happened. We split our sides
Yeah.
laughing at the idea that this guy just spanked us with this paddle. It was
There
so
was a,
fun. Like, that was my reaction to being spanked, it made me laugh.
there was a teacher in junior high school, right? I don't want to say his name, but there's a teacher in junior high school. It was JSH 180. This is in Parkway. And I just wanted to leave the room. I just wanted to kind of, we were arguing, me and the teacher were arguing, right? I just wanted to, walk away, just leave the room. He wouldn't let me leave. He threw me on the ground and sat on top of, and sat on top of me. Right? I'm telling you. And he ended up getting fired.
I was gonna say, that would have been highly illegal in any school I
He
was
got
in.
fired. And to boot, my grandfather was still alive. Okay. This guy had to leave. Like, in other words, like move. Like, I'll just put it there. Okay. I'll just put it there. My grandfather was looking for him. My grandfather and my father were looking for him. You don't throw a child on the floor and sit on top of them.
No,
I'm like,
we weren't even allowed to even put a hand on a child
I was
at
like
all.
13. I was like 13 years old. It's like, this is a big dude. It's like, you're throwing a kid around and you're a teacher. Are you insane?
What were we
So,
arguing about?
he was saying something. I can't remember what he was saying. He was saying something about he didn't like the way I was, because we were in class, right? And me and 2 other, because I was always a class clown, and we're all joking, right? We're all joking around. And I said to the teacher, look at your cheap shirt, just like something jovial, nothing out of line, right? And he's like, well, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna leave. Can I just go to the guy, to the office? I just want to go to the office. Because he started going crazy, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna leave, right? I'm gonna leave the room. And he threw me on the ground and sat on top of me. I'm telling you. And I'm like, what's going on? And all the kids were like, yo. And then one of the kids got out. He actually got out of the room and and back then, New York, they have security. They actually have security officers in the actual schools. And the security, he came in, he like threw him off me. He's like, what are you, fucking crazy? They didn't cuff him, but because they carry handcuffs back then. I don't know if they still do. But yeah, he got fired. He got terminated. Yeah, because he physically assaulted me over words. It's like he physically, like, he didn't hit me, but he was like sitting on top of me and pinning me down. I'm like a 13-year-old kid. This guy's like 40 years old, twice my size. So
You insulted his shirt. Do you think he was gay?
No, I don't think so. I think he was just an asshole.
About his outfit.
And he was Italian too. He was Italian, so yeah. So he should know better, But yeah, once my grandfather found out about it, he was shook, bro. He was shook. Yeah, he was really shook.
That cannot be the first time you got caught trolling a teacher.
No, that was no. I was, dude, in class. In class, dude, I was always like the funnest guy, like just having fun and laughing and yeah. But no, never. But he took it. I don't know if he had something going on in his personal life. I don't know what the hell happened, but he snapped, man.
Maybe it was just the camel straw?
It broke the camel's back.
That happened to me. We used to pick on our French teacher because he was this pathetic little nerd.
Yeah.
And
but this guy was big.
And then one day he just snapped on it. We were doing our normal teasing like we always do, and he just snapped, and he couldn't take it. He had enough because it was built up.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is like we were just the class. We're joking back and forth and just having little quips and stuff like that, bro. We're in middle school. We're kids. and he just flipped out and grabbed me and threw me on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's a grown ass man, throwing a child on the floor, But yeah, he got dealt with. He got fired.
Imagine what he would do on YouTube.
Oh man, I'm telling you. But no, is unfortunate, and I forgive him to this day. I mean, it was unfortunate, but like it was no like threatening anybody's life or anything like that. He just for some reason flipped out. I think maybe he had something personal going on in his personal life, and he just I don't know. It's like a powder keg. Does that make sense? But
Yeah, that's something. But
he
so you
flipped
might have been
out.
the one loading the powder the
I
whole
could
time.
be. No, but he was like one of my favorite teachers. Like we would always talk and stuff and joke back and forth. And I don't know why he just flipped out. Craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't know, man. Yeah, but security came in and they grabbed me, threw him off. And yeah, he's like, what the F are you doing? Putting your hands on a kid, and that's what happened. That was what? Shoot, man. It's 13. I'm 50 now. It's a long time. 27 years ago. It's a long time ago. 37? 37 years, right? It was 37 years ago.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild times. It's funny because even that back then they actually had they didn't have them in there when I was in junior high school. When I went to high school, they had metal detectors. That's how dangerous the schools were back
I've
then.
taught in schools with the metal detectors and the
Yeah.
security guard.
That's how dangerous it was. And they had public school security officers. And they weren't armed, but back then they just had a pair of handcuffs, and sometimes they had a stick, like a not a PR-24, but like they had like a baton or something like that. But they didn't carry firearms. But there are
Most
some.
importantly, they had the uniform.
Yeah.
That's what the kids took seriously.
Yeah.
The ones
But they did have handcuffs, so they could cuff somebody. They can cuff you up, and being handcuffed is not fun. It's uncomfortable. It really is. You ever been handcuffed?
It depends on who's doing it and how they do it, I guess. We
Not
used
the
to
furry.
handcuff each other as kids for fun. We had some little toy handcuffs.
Yeah,
We were always handcuffing each other, and if they put it on too tight, I remember.
yeah,
But you could always break out of them.
yeah. When I got taken to jail the last time, because I had a failure to appear, and it was a complete mix up because they sent a subpoena to somewhere I used to live, and so it wasn't my fault because I would have, of course, been there, and that little fat kid 111 called the police on me.
Is that the one that, yeah, I was gonna ask, that happened online?
Yeah, it happened online. The little fat Indian kid, right? Yes, he sounds like this. And they handcuffed me with the hinge cuffs. Those are so uncomfortable. In other words, there's no chain. They're
What's a
hinge.
hinge? Oh, it's just the 2,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen those.
Want me to show you a pair? I have a pair.
Yeah, I'd love
Give me
to try them out.
Let me grab it. Give me a second. Be right back.
Oh.
Because these are the cuffs I used to carry when I used to work for the Piece.
Yeah, kink with Mike. Not lies. I wanted to get to this question way up there about that reaction. Maybe I'll go back and watch that part. But that's not really what I was talking about when I talked about noticing patterns. But maybe that's part of my pattern that people notice from the outside. So excited. Are you putting them on? Hello? You were teasing us with handcuffs, sir.
Give me 1 second. We're right there. I'll be right there. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. think I'm needing that Christmas Eve nap soon.
Okay, so these are the most uncomfortable handcuffs to ever be in. These.
Oh, they look so sexy.
They are so uncomfortable. And they're expensive.
Because they tight? They look the same. What makes them uncomfortable? Because they don't have room to move.
Because yeah, you can't move. See? You can't move.
That's what a good handcuff should be.
These are extremely expensive. These are made in United Kingdom. These right here.
Oh, the British. How much are they?
I'm not sure how much they are now, but when I bought them, they were probably like $80, and that was a long time ago. That's probably over 20 years ago when I got these. And these are the traditional. These are the traditional Smith and Wesson handcuffs. These are the traditional ones.
Oh yeah.
These are traditional Smith and Wesson.
Wow, I didn't know you had such a collection.
Yeah. Well, these are what I used to carry. I used to carry these. I used to work. Yeah. I used to carry these. I've cuffed people in these.
Oh man.
These are my favorite. I love these. These are Smith and Wessons. I want to say these are about $90 now to buy a pair of these. Yeah.
Would you cuff this guy?
Whoa,
Most
no, don't cuff me.
Look at that. But these are
Unless they're pink and fuzzy, don't cuff me.
when they took me in, they used these. They used the hinge, and they are so uncomfortable. I mean, they hurt your wrist. You can't move your arms.
They had
Oh
to
shit,
take
no,
you.
I don't want to do that. Hold on, I'm changing my avatar, everybody. I'm changing my avatar. Hold on.
They are. You can't move. You double lock them so you can't twist. But like literally, these things are unbelievably
I don't
uncomfortable.
know. They look very exciting to me. I would
And they're heavy. As
a new toy.
I'm gonna go put them. I'm gonna put them right back in my. I put them on my safe. I'll be right back.
Hey, I know, Pat. That's the problem.
What's up?
Nothing. We're looking at handcuffs.
Why are we looking at? Why are you and Mike looking at
I
handcuffs? Do you
forgot.
guys got a fetish? Do you got something you want to confess, Jeff? Do you
Oh, I've
secretly want to
confessed it
handcuff
many
Mike
times.
up?
I even have the handkerchief.
Oh shit, Mike.
But I didn't know
Mike, you better
Mike
get
had
the
it.
fucking Vaseline and baby oil. Fucking, we're gonna have a fucking Diddy freak off apparently. Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
yes, Jeff. I'm gonna jump down, man. Salute, man. I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right. Everything
Yeah.
okay?
I'm not into the negativity, man. Listen, I'm in a great
What
mood.
negative? What are we talking?
Take care.
Let's just
Wow.
reset. Look, I got stuff for that now. We'll just reset. Leggy.
I didn't know. I didn't know I had any negativity. I thought it was you brought up the heck. But whatever. Fucking.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh shit. Hold on now. Fuck. Hold on. I hate this shit.
We're gonna wrap up soon anyway.
Are
Yeah, but
you
you don't know what's
serious?
happening in their
Oh, there we
head
go.
because I've been on panels before too where that's happened. Like I've noticed something that made me realize I didn't want to be on the panel, and everybody else looked like it was just me being sensitive. Which it's fine to be sensitive.
Well, I didn't know that. This time, I really don't know what I
What
did.
did you say though? I don't even remember.
I don't know. I was just talking. You said the fucking handcuffs. I was like, holy fuck. We're going to bring out the fucking Vaseline and baby oil. Going to have some fucking Diddy freak
Oh
off. Is
yeah,
all
I
I
would not.
said.
Yeah, I would not have seen that as anything negative.
Like, how the fuck's that? I said, Mike, get ready. I go, you and Jeff gonna fucking need the Vaseline. Like, what? How the fuck is that? I'm trying to. Oh, my fucking word.
Maybe it was a vibe thing.
I don't know. You know how Mike is around me because I do the soft trolling and Mike hates the soft
Right,
trolling
but
when I do it. But
we've
this
been
time
through
I
this. This
wasn't
is
doing
your
no
loop.
soft trolling.
We've been
I
through
even
this
said, Sari,
before
let me change my avatar
because
because
you
I'm
know
not
how
happy.
Mike is around you, and so you take advantage of that to hope
But
and prod and
but I
inflate you
didn't
and
this
needle.
time though. You're the ones that had the handcuffs, and I just asked what was up with the handcuffs. That's all I did. All I did. All I did. Just saying.
No, I don't think anybody did anything wrong. At least none of my rules were broken. I think we've been going for 2.5 hours and probably just need a break. We had a good day, I think.
Ah,
I did.
fuck. It is what it is.
Is that your trash panda?
Yeah. Yeah. The former trash panda.
Oh, I won't ask.
No. No. No, I told you about I didn't I tell you about the raccoon deal and me catching the raccoon?
Think so.
I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty
You
sure I
probably
did.
did. I've heard a raccoon story or two on here.
Dude, I get a kick out of fucking I watched that live PD and shit and fucking there was somebody and both times it's been in Ohio and fucking they've had a fucking raccoon. The first time it was a meth raccoon. Do you see that viral video of the raccoon and the meth pipe? That was fucking
Oh.
hilarious.
But we heard about the raccoons in the HVAC the other day. They were like coming through the ceiling of the apartment. The claws would come through the
Oh yeah,
ceiling.
and like fuck somebody up, didn't they?
Yeah, it sounded like a horror movie.
Like I'm pretty sure like they attacked somebody.
Yeah, and animal control wouldn't do anything because it was in the HVAC and that wasn't their jurisdiction. And so he
Shit.
had to get him out himself. I used to see him walking to work. They had this little raccoon family that would cross the street and they'd line up. They had like the adults and they'd stop and look. You see the little eyes, and the little kids would like creep along behind them and they'd all cross the street and go into the alley. Very cute.
Fuck. Anyways. What a wonderful day. Kind of cold. Kind of chilly. Better than that, been a pretty
Beautiful
decent day, I
sky, it
guess.
looked like. Oh, that was Mike.
Fuck. No, it's
So
cold.
what's on your plan the rest of the day? And when does Christmas start?
Well, I got a 5-year-old with a fever, so that's not
Oh
really
no.
fun.
I hope she doesn't
I'm
get
hoping
Santa's.
that it breaks fucking here soon. She did just get up and eat a big bowl of chicken noodle soup and shit, so
Oh,
I
so y'all gonna just kind of stay in and tend to that?
yeah, and if we get up in the morning and she doesn't feel well, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to none of the grandparents. We'll stay right the fuck home.
Um,
Well, I wind up in one part of the state, and I pretty much wind up on the New Hampshire border by the end of it. So like, I have to drive pretty much a span of 6 hours across the state in total. But I also got to stop at like 6 different places in the middle of driving to my final destination, which is 6 hours across state. So, yay
what is this for?
for Christmas.
You mean to go to do all the visiting? That's the how
Yeah,
long it takes?
yeah.
Wow.
My final destination is to drop my oldest off at her aunt's house, which is she lives like right on in western Maine on like the New Hampshire border.
That's like a full day worth of traveling.
Dude, a fuck. Yeah, no shit. T- You know how fuck, dude. I already told the wife. I was like, we won't even get there till like 10 o'clock at night. By the time we stop and because we're eating at her mother's house and that's at 1 o'clock. Then we gotta go to her dad's and eat and that's at 4 o'clock. And then we gotta stop at her best friend's house. Then we gotta
Y'all
stop
try
at
to
a
do it all
cousin
in one day.
because we're
We
crazy
used to
like
spread
that.
it out over like 2 weeks.
I'm
We
crazy
were
like that.
every other day we were going to some person's house, but sometimes, like on Christmas Day, sometimes we did 2 or 3 stops that day. Christmas was like a world tour. It was like get back on the bus. Here's our next destination for like 2 weeks straight. I just
Yeah,
remember the
exactly.
infinite Christmas.
Do
It
you
just
have
never
one
ended.
particular like Me, I always had a fairly decent Christmas growing up, like, you know, but like I have one in particular that stands out to me. Like one particular Christmas from when I was a kid that stands out in my head. Do you have one like that? One that actually stands out above all?
Is good or just stands out?
Just in any like yeah, in like a
I
good
mean, we
way,
had
I
a few
guess.
drama Christmases
Oh,
that
I've had
stood out
them.
for that reason. But I don't know. So many like it seemed like all of our Christmases were magical. I'm trying to think if I'll think about it for a second.
Uh, I don't know. There was one Christmas, man. This was probably the last Christmas before my brother was born. So what was I like 8? Yeah, I think I was like 8, dude. And the fucking tree, man. I can remember I woke up Christmas morning. I couldn't even see the tree. The tree. There was so many presents around the fucking tree. That's the only time in my
Wow.
life I can remember me myself opening up that many presents. It was fucking crazy. And like I got everything I could possibly want at the time. Like I got like a fucking let me think, what was out? N64 or something like that, or PlayStation maybe. I think it was PlayStation. It's one of the two. Either I
You
got my
scored that
N64,
year.
my PlayStation. I got a brand new mountain bike. I got what did I get? I got a fucking sled because we used to get snow at the time. Fucking snowboard. I got all kinds of shit. Fucking whatever the technology and the high top gifts was in fucking like '96.
How how did
I
that
pretty much
how
got
did
it.
you end up with that haul,
Fuck if I know. Hell
Santa?
if I
You're
know.
just a really good kid.
No, I just think my parents knew because my brother was born in April, so obviously my mother was already pregnant. So I just think they knew it was the last Christmas I was going to be the only kid.
Well, because they could lavish it all on you.
Yeah.
Did you um did you ever think did you believe the Santa myth that it was tied to your behavior and if you misbehaved throughout the year you wouldn't get presents?
I'm sure I did. I mean, because
Did it work
I
on
mean,
you?
my parents were pretty good at keeping up their illusion for a long time. I mean, I think I was like 10 when I really, really caught on, you know, and
Yeah, I
I
was older
truly
too.
lost the, like, you know, and I think it was until I was like a teenager, until like maybe, well, I say 12. I might have been like 12, 13 when I finally, like, my parents knew that I knew type shit. And like they just didn't give like you know what I mean? Like they didn't even make the effort anymore as far as with me goes. And then but they kept it up for my brother. So
Yeah. I was the oldest, so I had to play along for all my siblings. It took
well, yeah,
years before I
exactly.
could drop the mask.
And it's like my two oldest ones. They do a pretty good job of it for the youngest. I mean, the youngest, she's not stupid. I mean, she's not really stupid per se, cause like we opened up presents at my parents' house not yesterday, 2 days ago that Santa Claus had brought, and it's like, how the hell do you? And then we have presents at the house with the same wrapping paper, and she see the wrapping paper, not on the presents, but she see the wrapping paper, and she goes, "Why do you have the same wrapping paper as Santa?" Like, so
Were you nervous?
I mean, for a 5-year-old, I mean, as long as you,
She's gonna put she's gonna put it together. I don't
yeah, she will pretty quick.
I give her
Like the
another
elves
year
on
or
the
two.
shelf. I mean, she knows that it's us that moves them around. She just gets a kick out to see what we make them do. So,
It is weird how we were so willing to believe that as a kid. I bought into all that. Santa, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny. Even though and I was a smart kid too, even though, like, if I had logically thought about it, I could have figured it out. But I
well,
didn't even think to do that because it was so believable.
well, I think also too, 20, 30 years ago, Christmas spirit was a lot different than it is today too.
Plus, I think you
Way different.
trust your parent. Like, why would your parents lie to you about something so important, so cool.
Yeah.
Why would they tell you that there's this man in the North Pole that drives a reindeer sleigh and brings you if it wasn't true? That's just a crazy thing to tell someone
And it's
if it's
pretty
not true.
sad that really our modern version of Santa Claus is based on Coca-Cola more than anything.
Yeah, you're right. Santa brought to you by Coke. He looked very different before Coca-Cola
Yeah.
got a hold of him.
Yeah, really. I mean,
Like, let's see if we can
obviously
find.
Saint Nicholas was a real fucking person and shit. So like his legend, the legend and shit of Saint Nicholas has got told and
But he looked
spread.
more
And
like a saint than.
yeah, I mean, Nepal, what was it, Nepal or whatever, is where he's actually from. So, well then,
Think wasn't he Dutch? Didn't he? He started
oh,
out
maybe it was
Dutch.
Dutch. It could have been Dutch. Uh, I've been
Actually,
I, I've
oh, go
been
ahead.
fucking following the NBA again, fucking with Cooper Flag being in there, and he being that he's the #1 draft pick, and he's from the state of Maine, so it's kind of giving me a new reason to watch the fucking NBA, and it's kind of cool. See a fucking young kid like that from the state of Maine, fucking just dominating, really. It's pretty cool. 3 years ago, I
Hey,
fucking
fatty. Do what?
I said 3 years ago, watching him play in the fucking state. What is it? 3 years ago, 4 years ago, watching him play in the state championship here in the state of Maine. Like it's just crazy to watch him play in the auditorium, to see his progression, to go into that prep school in Florida, to go to Duke, to the Mavericks. It's just crazy for a young kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really, he's only 2 years older than my oldest kid. Like, it just blows my
Oh my
mind.
god.
And he's a fucking millionaire, fucking, and the shit he's doing, like the court awareness that he has, like it's unreal. And the way he goes to it with his left side, that he's dangerous, dangerous.
Fatty, what's up? Merry Christmas. I was thinking about
Merry,
you the other day.
oh fuck.
You at your house or are you still driving around?
No, I'm at my house. I'm out in the car, but it's because it's too cold to sit on the back porch and fucking smoke a joint. So out
Oh.
in the car. I mean, wacky tobacco cigarette. Whatever is TOS appropriate. Ah, shit.
I think it's probably okay now that I don't run ads anymore. It was mostly the advertisers that I had to appease. Yeah,
Yeah. Advertisers, smash
well, I don't use them anymore, so.
I feel bad that Mike don't trust me no more. Like Mike don't even want to have a conversation with me anymore. I,
Well,
I
you
really feel
came up
bad
here
about it.
provoking, and so own that
No,
part of it.
not this time. Not
You
this
did you
time. And
did the
even
blue M&M thing, and then
no, I changed it because now look, I forgot that I had it. I forgot when I was on here previously that I put it on it. And then as soon as I
well,
turned my camera off and I seen it, I go, hold on, let me switch the avatar, and I did it to this. So I didn't fucking didn't leave it. I didn't push an issue. I didn't do nothing. Hell, I didn't even bring up the bag of M&Ms beside me and started eating them again. I left
are
it be
you
because I wanted to have an actual. I didn't want to piss Mike off. I wanted to have a conversation with Mike.
well, but why would you? Don't even worry about that. Just say what you want to say. If he gets pissed off, that's him.
Well, he left, so I can't even say what I want to say.
I mean,
I
he
mean, I
he
didn't
knows all
want to say.
about
I
the
just
new
wanted to have a
leaf, bro. He would
conversation.
have
I didn't even
understood.
want to. I didn't even want to piss him off.
I don't know. I wouldn't walk
I
on eggshells for anybody like
I
that.
just figured he had more flour in his sack than what he apparently has.
I don't know. Mm.
Ah, fuck. I don't know. Things are odd.
Things are what?
I don't know. Things are odd.
They're odd?
Yeah.
Like how? Are you just high?
What? High? I'm not high. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, you said things are odd. Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you were
things are
smoking a
odd.
joint.
Well, yeah, I am. But what's that have to fucking do
Well,
with?
that's high. Why is that a weird question? Yeah, I'm smoking a joint. High? You think I'm high, man? What kind of question is that?
Well, yeah, I don't get high. I get stoned, first of all, sir. High's
Whatever.
like
Are
what
you?
Tommy D gets when he's on that fucking roller coaster ride on Kensington Ave, okay? Sir, when you smoke marijuana, you get stoned, okay?
Depends on what you smoke, because sometimes you get high. Sativas get you high, and
No, no, you
indicas
still
get you
get
stoned.
stoned. When you smoke anything, at least in my opinion, I hate it. It's just like old timers. Like old timers like my dad age. They call marijuana dope. Guys my age, when you hear dope, you think of cocaine, heroin, crack, that type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
what I
I
know.
hate that
Dope is
term too.
speed.
Like my dad all the time. You got any of that good dope? I'm gonna go, Dad, it's marijuana, smoke, trees, clams, anything but dope. Like, you know what I mean? I fucking hate that term.
Well, what's feeling odd? That's what I was trying to find out more than anything. Is
I don't know, Jeff. But I said it and it generated a little conversation in it.
oh,
It was a
a little
conversation
bit. I'm trying to.
starter.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get more out of it. What's odd?
I don't know.
Were things
Odd.
really odd, or were you just saying it?
I'm just
Now
saying
I'm
it to
confused.
get a
This
conversation
whole
going.
thing is odd.
Ah, shit, Jeff. I'm just trying to keep the flow going and a conversation
Oh,
going,
okay.
Jeff.
So that
That's
yeah.
all I'm trying to do.
All right. If you meant around here, yeah, things are odd. I don't know. I guess I don't have a lot of flow in me
I
today,
love.
or I'm flowed
I,
out because
no, no, no. High and stone Zen is not the same thing. They are not. Not in my opinion. Not. I feel like the stoner culture, like is very different than the drug culture. Very different. Very, very different. Because you got little fucking tiny ass grannies that fucking still smoke fucking bud. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I see
gummies,
this
gummy grannies.
80-some-year-old dude the other day fucking uh, uh I was outside with a friend of mine smoking with her, and one of her regulars, whatever, he stopped talking to her and he goes, I take a puff off of that. And she goes, you don't want none of this. He goes, let me tell you something. He goes, I smoked my first joint in what do you say, 1952. He goes, I'll be just fine. Okay, I just couldn't believe it. I never would have thought this. I've seen this man my whole time I've lived in Jonesport. I never once would have thought he smoked especially being 80 something years old. We never thought he smoked fucking marijuana. Fucking, you know what I mean? Dresses and fucking, you think of an old man that old, like he dresses trousers, shirt, suspenders, and fucking boots.
Yeah, those are the same people who used to make the moonshine. I would totally believe that they know how to get high.
But like, it's just like, but like, I'm talking about like, I don't know. You would have to clean shaven, very well spoken. Like, it's not somebody I would picture fucking. You know what I mean? No tattoos, no, not, just goes to church every Sunday. It's just fucking. It just blows my mind that he fucking. I don't know. That's my. I just think it's a whole different culture. Drug culture, marijuana
And
culture,
stoner
two
culture.
stoner culture, two different cultures.
I do know that you can't mix certain drugs. Like people that are stoned do not mix well. I mean, people that are tripping on mushrooms do not mix well with people who are drunk. Alcohol. Those two
No.
combinations do not mix. And I know that when I was tripping on acid and my friends were stoned, my friend that was on acid and stone had to translate between us because the two groups could not understand each other. So certain drugs can affect the combination of people you can have around each other. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's that
Untrack, happy Christmas Eve.
untrackable. What's up, brother?
Mike, come back up and change it. Shift it back.
Change it, Mike.
All he did was bring the Vaseline and baby oil.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you had the handcuffs and we're
I
talking,
was
so I
liking the
thought we were
handcuff
having a
vibe.
fucking Diddy freak off. Fuck. I just watched. Oh, that's another thing. Have you watched the Diddy, the Reckoning on
I
Netflix?
don't know anything about They have no interest in Diddy. I don't care anything about it, or same for Epstein. The answer is
Well,
no. I haven't seen any of it.
okay, okay. I'm just saying that was quite a. I feel like 50 Cent did that just to make Diddy look horrible. And but after watching that, I'm more convinced than ever that he definitely had something to do with both Pac and Biggie being shot. Though after watching this Reckoning and hearing everybody talk and hearing all these unreleased fucking audios and videos and shit.
Mm.
There's no doubt in my mind. And then the little Eminem line in his song. Ah, shit.
We're gonna need a whole other room of the club for these kind of conversations. This is the basement
Basement.
talk. Mike, come up and teach us. Show us how it's done.
Fucking basement. Oh no. You know how I told you I've been going by myself on the boat? Well, now, anytime the captain he decides he wants to bring somebody, it seems to always be the woman that he's currently talking to and trying to fuck. Like, that always seems to be who he brings on the boat. I'm like, why? Like,
Is this still
why?
Diddy?
Like, if you're trying to
I mean,
court,
isn't that why they get the boat so they can take the women that they want to screw on the boat?
I
That's so
mean,
far. All this sounds normal.
what do you mean? Not This isn't a fucking yacht. We're talking about a dirty ass workboat, not a fucking yacht.
Oh, What's a
Yeah,
workboat?
well, I'm talking about to go to work, not to go play on. Like to work. Like
He
he's
drives a
bringing them on the
boat to
boat
work.
to lobster out here. I'm just like thinking, like,
I might be confused. Are we still talking about Diddy?
oh no, I was talking about my
Oh,
boss, my
okay. I'm
boss.
so crossed. I thought we were on a yacht with Diddy. All right, go ahead.
Anyways, he keeps bringing all his love interest out there to fucking, and I get a kick out of it because like he brings them on the boat. And then, like, next thing I know, like, they're not fucking. I'm like, what happened to him? Oh, I'm not talking to him no more. I'm like, so what do you do? Like, so I'm just thinking, like, you have to be a fucking shitty fucking person, mini me, suck in bed, something, because he's talked to some pretty fucking good looking women, and they've all, like, and I'm just thinking, you, you can't be letting this many slip the fuck by. Like, you're talking to him for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you, like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I don't either. I don't even understand the story. He's taking women on the lobster boat to try to get laid.
No, no, I'm just saying the ones he's interested in. That seems to be the ones he's bringing on the boat lately. Like instead of hiring somebody, an actual fucking person, he's just like whatever his love interest in is. He seems to bring. That's what I get for help.
Well,
And
like he
then
uses it for labor.
yeah, I mean he pays them, but like it's
Oh,
just not like
they good at their job.
I still wind up doing fucking most of everything anyways, because like they really don't. They've never been. A lot of these women they've worked on lobster boats, but never on a offshore boat. So like being an inshore boat versus not, like, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking there's a reason why you don't have a lot of women offshore.
Do you
Because
know
it's a
Zoe
very,
from Survivor? She was a lobster lady from Maine in the fourth
yeah,
season.
but there's still a difference between fishing inshore and offshore, though. And there's still a difference between running your own boat and and working the stern of a boat as well. I'm just saying I find it funny that that's what he brings and then it never works out for him. I guess that's I don't, and I find
Oh.
it strange. But me, I would, after a while, I would try to be like, well, maybe I shouldn't bring him on the boat with me.
You think that's what is he just trying to get laid or is he trying to date him?
Who the fuck knows? Honestly.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Panel killer, Mike, there was you and Jeff, and then you left. So, I mean, so it still left two dudes
He
talking. So a
just
panel
broken out the
killer would be
handcuffs.
like when somebody got up on panel and then everybody
I think he's
left.
like Barney. You frustrated his
He is.
moves.
Mike, I think I've broken Mike's brain today. I think that's what's happened. Look, I'm not fucking Joey Amico. I'm not fucking all these dudes. Like, you can say the shit to me and we can have a real conversation without me going berserk like they do and bringing in like everybody and playing videos and trying to clown on you with that type shit. Like, I can have an actual verbal conversation, Mike. So like, don't try to get
That
shit
goes a
twisted
long
here,
way
buddy.
here.
Like, don't get shit twisted at all.
Well,
And
apparently he thinks you're a panel killer and now trash.
well, I mean, I am running a trash panda on my fucking avatar, so who the fuck knows? Hey, I've been called worse, I guess. So, I mean, fuck it.
And Mike, sometimes people call you a panel killer and they leave when you show up. They're like, "Fuck this dude, not him again. I'm out of here."
I mean, I don't know if it's and if you compare me to Mike, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that people don't pay to kick me off a panel. Like, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. It's
Oh
a bad
right, I
thing
don't think
because
I
I'm
can
not.
make money off of you.
Yeah.
So far, Mike and Barney, I think, are my two. And I don't even know if I want Barney on. So basically, Mike. I'm back with Mike. Mike and
And I
I
feel
together
like
again.
Mike just says a lot of shit that doesn't paint him in the best picture when it's clipped. Like, have you ever heard Neil Tyson deGrasse? Uh, he will. Uh, he says when he talks, he tries everything he formulates, and when he says something, it's for when shit gets clipped, so it doesn't get clipped out of context. Does that make sense? Because he knows that today's society is based on 10 to 30-second sound bites. You can make or break somebody's persona, reputation, all that
Only
based
with
on them.
stupid people though. That just
Huh?
filters them out. Do you think Mike has the executive functioning to like time his speech and presentation for with clip consciousness in mind? I couldn't even do it.
No. I try to do it, but then I still catch myself inserting foot in the mouth at times. So,
This feels so phony to me. It's so artificial. I don't. That's not even what I want people to know about me.
what?
But if you're going by numbers, we are down to 6, and Mike was up to 20, I think.
Well, that's because
See,
Mike's.
that's why Mike can boast like he does, because
I
he
mean, I'll
always
give
has the
Mike
data
that.
to back it up.
I'll give Mike that. But as I said, that's because people love to hate watch Mike.
Well, he doesn't make
And
the claim that they're there to love him. He just makes the claim that
exactly.
he draws the
And but
numbers.
I've never denied that. I've never. I earlier I was saying that he's a cash cow. I'm not denying that.
So I
Not
guess it
denying that
gives
at
him
all.
some credibility in his mind to decide what's good for
I
panels or
mean,
not. He knows how to get numbers up.
I'm just saying, I feel like my whole point is if Mike takes this and he finesses a little bit, he could make a brand. He could essentially become.
He is a
Someone's
brand.
gonna clip this and everybody's gonna laugh. But he could essentially become a Jake Paul.
He is his own gift.
Universally hated.
I
I
have a
mean,
gift
let's
now.
face it, nobody watches Jake Paul's fights to watch and fight. Everybody watches hoping he's gonna get knocked the fuck out like he did. Like, I mean, let's be real. After a while with Floyd Mayweather, people didn't watch Floyd Mayweather because they thought Floyd Mayweather was a good fighter. They watched Floyd Mayweather because they were hoping that would be the fight he got knocked the fuck out and they would win big money. Like, you know what I mean? After a while, this is what it becomes. And I feel like with Mike could do that same shit. Because people hate, love to hate watch Mike, 100%.
Yeah, they or hate chat about him. Um, well, Mike, I've had you up here many times with Leggy where he didn't seem to be horrible. Y'all seem to all be able to get along. So when did he become horrible? Tonight, today?
Today, if you go back,
Oh,
there's many clips of Mike saying, "Oh, Leggy, he's a good guy. He's a swell fella." He says it up here all the time. I like Leggy, and then you'll get other times where Mike be like, "Leggy's trash. He's a dick. He's a cunhead. He's a pussy. He's a bitch. He's this. He's that." It all
I don't know,
depends
y'all,
on.
you just seem like a bunch of sensitive bitches, bunch of
Hey,
touchy.
now, don't put me in that fucking category.
Well, I've seen all of you react to each other's
I
little, and
mean,
I'm
we've
talking
seen
about the
you react,
whole
sir.
panel's dramaverse. We're all sensitive. I think this medium, for some reason, plays on sensitivity. Because you can react
Exactly,
to a
the
word,
circle
a
troll.
punctuation mark, an emoji. You can react to a look. You can react to the way somebody's voice came across. There's so much to react to and read into.
Although I do see more people typing in chat now though than before.
Yeah, this is good. I like an active chat. The chat is a
Like there
big
might be
part of it.
less people, but the chat's actually what gets the video in the algorithm.
And that's all I go by. I don't even pay attention to the numbers really. I go by how active the chat seems to be and how active the panel seems to be. And then that tells
Because
me qualitatively if it was a good show or not. Hello, Merry Christmas to you too, Cleveland.
Cleveland,
Who, me? The tones? Am I doing it? I'm.
the tone scale is
I
amazing.
didn't think I had it in me because the AI is kind of telling me the same thing. He doesn't call it the tone scale, but he talks about drop low, pausing, lowering the voice like this. Because my energy gets and it goes off into my head, and that brings it back down to the show and out to the people. But the thing is, I don't remember to do it. All I have to do is remember to do it. But it's dropping that tone in the other direction. I remember the tone scale. I've seen it work. I've seen you use it.
Cleveland and Canada.
Well, we're at 3 hours. I think I can wind down now.
Wind down.
You have anything you want to leave us with? Any Christmas thoughts, wishes, prayers, hopes, dreams, fears,
Well,
concerns?
uh, as Tiny Tim says, Merry Christmas and God bless everyone.
Hang on. There's somebody in the back. I might let me take you off real quick and swap you out. You changed. Why are you hee? That's your troll hee. Was the whole thing a troll?
No. I did get a little.
Well, I'm
There's
bringing it back on.
Okay. It's just there's certain times you just get a little, you want to take a step back,
Is it the Vaseline?
Hey, it is the
No.
holiday
I think
season,
it's
so why
I think
wouldn't
it's
we be cheerful?
I think it's healthy to take a break sometimes and just step away for a little bit and come
Yeah,
back.
no, it is. I encourage it. I think
It
Yeah,
it
is,
would
Mike.
cut
That's
down on
why
a
I
lot
took
of
a break away for a little bit.
conflict.
I gotcha. But the whole thing, leggy. Well, I'm not going to. I'll never dox you on Jeff's channel, but the whole thing is, I know who you are, but the whole thing is that you put
I
the
mean,
blue
everybody
M&M
knows
up.
where I am.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. You put the blue M&M up. You talk about Vaseline. You're an antagonist, and the funny
The
thing is
blue
that
M&M is still a thing?
no, but the whole thing is this. He he called me a
Mike,
retard.
but in my defense, I said,
I'm
let
not
me
upset.
change it.
I'm not upset. Let me finish. Okay. Okay, Leggy. I know you're probably drunk or high or whatever you are right now. Probably shooting heroin on a boat somewhere. But the whole
No,
thing.
Well, first of
Mike,
all, sir,
you can't come
I
up
don't
and
know
insult my
why you would
family.
even
But the
say
whole thing
that.
is
I mean, yes, I
this is the
smoke
whole thing. This is the
marijuana.
whole thing.
Like,
No, it's all right. I'm
Hang on.
famous.
Hang on. We can do this one at a time. Go ahead.
Sure, no problem. The whole thing is that he comes up and tries to antagonize people. He knows exactly what he's doing, and I can see it 10 steps ahead. He is not a good
It
host.
works.
He's not
He
a good
must be
host.
really good at it because it works every time. Like
It
a
works every
master.
time, and I leave, and you lose half your viewers. So would you
But
rather
why do you
have
let it keep working
him
though?
or me? I'm not.
If you
I'm
know
not.
the game,
I'm not Barney. I'm not asking you to choose. I'm not saying that. But the thing is that there
I
are
like you
better.
both.
There are
If
better.
you
Yeah.
there are what?
There are better panel members than other people. There are better ones.
But I like both of these.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I just think that he's an antagonistic. He likes to come up and try to ruffle feathers.
But it
But the thing
sounds like you know the game. Like, why do you let
I
it
do. I
work?
do. First, but if you're asking me, I like a good troll game. I like a good troll game. But if you're asking me personally, I don't like him as a person. I don't. I don't.
So
So
you actually like the troll. It's Leggy himself that you don't like.
I don't like him as a person. I just don't. I don't like
Oh,
him.
we thought
okay,
it was
Mike, I don't know
troll.
why, but okay.
I just don't like you as a person, man. I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
man. I mean, I'm
I
not.
pretty much have never swayed from my opinions,
I'm
my
not
views, or
cursing at
nothing
you.
Here's
I'm
like
the
not
that.
here's
saying
the
you're
question. Can you two
anything.
coexist on a panel together? That's all I care
I
about.
just don't like you. I don't like you, bro. Sorry, I don't
Okay,
like you.
Mike. I mean, you don't have to like me.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's all.
says you
That's
have to
all.
like me. Have
That's
I ever
all.
come up here and been like, Mike, you
Look,
have
you're
to like
driving
me?
sweet baby birdie away. Cut it out.
In all honesty, you've said some really egregious stuff to me over the years, and I just don't like
We're
you
not. We're not rehashing all that because y'all have been up here
over the
plenty of
years.
times together with
So,
that
in
I
other
stuff.
mean,
words,
yes, Mike, I have. And you've also
I just
said some pretty
This
atrocious
is a loop.
things.
This is a loop.
I don't like you,
I've
I
man.
mean,
seen this
100%
roller
it's the loop
coaster
troll,
so
the
many
circle.
times. I know
Jeff,
the whole
Jeff.
track, everything he's gonna do, every
Let
loop.
me ask you a question. Let me ask you this: do you think we could be friends?
Me
If
and
who
you.
can be friends?
Me and you.
You and Jeff or me and you?
Me and you.
I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, based on internet, I mean, no. In real life, Mike, who the fuck knows? If I ever met you in real life, who the fuck knows? You could be one of the funniest dudes in the fucking world. And this could be a whole fucking act. You never fucking know, Mike.
Well, you don't have to
You
curse.
never know until
You
you
can
actually
speak
meet somebody in real life. You
completely
can't
fine.
say
Leggy
anything based on it.
curses. I've
Yeah,
never heard Leggy not curse.
yeah. But the whole thing is that this is the thing is that people are attracted to me for a reason online because I am fun and I do have good conversations. But Leggy, the problem is that you come up and you try to derail the conversation. And I think
I
that
enjoyed I like my conversation with Leggy.
if you can learn not to derail it, then I think you'll be much more effective.
I mean, I don't
Not
know how I derailed
effective.
it tonight. You
I didn't
guys
think
had
the
the handcuffs,
Vaseline
showed
was
me the
derailing.
handcuffs, and I made a
I thought it
comment
was
that went
adding
with
to the
when
theme.
somebody has handcuffs. What a natural
Right, right.
adult that is joking around with other dudes would
Sure.
say. And a joke with that, if somebody had handcuffs out, it'd be like, hey, it would be a Vaseline, and especially now with Diddy, that's the jokes that is being made.
Sure.
Vaseline, baby oil, Diddy, pre-cuffs.
So
100% appropriate
that's cool.
and
That's
to
cool.
the
No,
fucking
you're
point
good.
of the
You're good. Good,
conversation.
good. No, I got it. So Diddy's a homosexual. So are you saying that I'm gay as well? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody says
What?
does it
Nothing is.
matter if
It was
people
not
think you're
even
gay?
brought up
Of course
about
you have.
being
I need to know your
homosexual.
Your perspective. So because I have handcuffs
What
because I
does
was a
that have to
police,
do with
I
anything?
was a special
Jeff's a
police officer. So
homosexual, and
does
I
that
don't have
make
an issue with
me
that. You're
Is that
playing
what
gay?
hard.
this is about? The handcuff thing? Me, because I started that.
So does that
What?
make me a different lifestyle because I have handcuffs?
No. What
No,
does that have to do with
that was
anything?
my
Because I'm
joke.
the one that joked when you guys had them. I go, I don't want them on me unless they're pink and
Well,
fuzzy. Like I
why
said
do,
that joke and made
yeah,
that
yeah.
about me.
So Leggy,
Like,
why do handcuffs bother you so much? Why?
what are you talking about?
Some of them
Mike,
bother
what are
you.
you talking about? Why do they bother me so much? I was
Why do
making a
they bother?
joke.
Did they ever like chafe
Look, people are leaving in droves, Mike.
Yeah, it's great.
They're not into this.
That's cool. I can just drop. It's no problem.
I mean, to me, it's a loop. I've heard this conversation so many times.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're doing.
Sometimes I try.
I'm
Mike,
doing
he
the
comes
circle. I'm
up
doing the circle.
and you're trying to do little jabs at me, but with like shit that's not
I'm
even
not doing
true, not
jabs
even
at
You
you.
were doing
subtle. Like
jabs
they're
at
not
him
even
too.
funny. They're just like ignorant, not even true, remotely true fucking jokes or jabs. They're not even jokes. They're like
Right.
little jabs. They're not even hidden. They're so far off target. They're fucking landing in Baghdad somewhere.
Both of you
Like,
needle each other. I've seen it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, we
definitely.
do,
The
and I
wash.
admit
There's
that
no
all the
reason to even
time.
talk about something you
I
both
don't
do to
deny
each other.
it. But I do it as a ha ha. I don't ever come here out in a spiteful way. Mike, when he comes at me, he'll come in a spiteful, ignorant
I'm
way.
not
And then
spiteful at all.
I'll start saying shit.
I'm not spiteful
So,
at all.
I
He
mean,
just said
Mike,
he didn't like you.
I didn't
I
like you.
mean,
I don't like you. That's not spiteful. I just don't like you. That's
Mike, you
all.
just come up here and said that I was drunk. One, I don't ever.
I didn't say you were drunk. I never
You
said
just
that.
said either I'm drunk, getting
Yeah, you said
high on
heroin
heroin,
and
and
you named
booting
some
up on
other
a
drugs.
boat.
I
You
remember.
drunk? I said, are you drunk or high? I didn't say you were. I asked you if you were.
Like, why would you even say like that
No,
shit?
I just
Like,
asked you a question.
like I just think it's funny, dude. Like.
So you can ask
Oh,
me a
like
question,
you
but I
had to
can't
like
ask
try
you
to
a question?
insinuate that I was a
See, here's the
junkie or
problem.
something.
Here's the problem. Hang on. This is the kind of conflict I don't want on my channel. When I talk about people respecting my channel, this is what I'm talking about. I'm tired of it from everybody. So we're going to wrap up tonight. I might be out later for Christmas Eve stream, but I'm going to end this one. We've gone almost 3.5 hours. Good conversation. Good seeing both of you. Hope you have a great rest of your holiday, and I'll catch you around. All right. Take care, everybody.